Hey everyone, how is it going? We're here. Well, I'm here. Apparently, Fez is the one with the technical difficulties this evening, so I assume he will be joining us. He was just here, now he's gone. Anyway, wasn't even sure if I was going to do this tonight because I wasn't sure what Doomcock was doing, but apparently he's going to live stream tomorrow. So Friday Night Frolics for everyone is tomorrow night, Sunday night. So as far as I understand, it's not anything serious or anything like that, but still good thoughts and everything going out to Doomcock and his family because it was something to make him miss Frolics. So we're thinking about you, DC. I also want to give a shout out to Carla Burton, who unfortunately can't make it tonight, but for a good reason. Her grandson came this weekend. So Carla Burton has a new grandson. So congratulations, Carla Burton and family. So there's that. Not really much of a plan tonight, as usual, but even less so tonight because I want to get you guys' opinion on something. I've been really hard working at the channel and making videos. Hold on one second. Hold that thought. Because I see somebody's backstage here, so let's bring him in too. Let's bring you. You know who I'm talking about. My partner in crime. You know him. You love him. Play that beautiful Fez footage.
Ladies and gentlemen, millions watching around the world, let me introduce to you the genius of genealogy, the guru of guitar, John Fez Wendo.
Hello.
Brother John, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, because my mic just muted itself. Wouldn't you know? And take a look. John.
Yes.
I'm trying to be PG Fett. I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
But the internet is not cooperating with me, John. Look at the screen, John. John, look at the screen.
Yes.
Do you notice anything? No, me neither. No star background, no chat, no ticker. Yeah. What the flaming fudge, YouTube? I mean, restream. I'm so mad I can't even. I'm yelling at everybody. So if you will take it. Okay, John, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. Because I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm gonna ask you how your week is, so you can elaborate on your week, and I can go backstage yet again and change the settings to where I had them. So Brother John, how was your week?
Oh, it was interesting. I told you about this after last week's show. I went to stand up and I couldn't walk well. And loss of balance, the back was hurting like crazy. Legs hurting. So I took a couple of aspirin and took a hot shower, went to bed, and the next day hung off the one I-beam in the basement here for a while. And that seemed to take a lot of it away, and I was able to do a bit more, but still kind of weakened the legs. And I got into that the chair my nephew and niece-in-law got me for Christmas last year that has the vibrator thingies in the back, and boy, did that help. So
John,
big thanks to them.
I would call it a massager. Massager is a little more
Yeah.
manly. I would go with massager.
Yeah.
But I honestly,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see where you're at. Yeah.
all kidding
Yeah,
aside, though, man, you
it,
seriously, you sound beat. You do. You sound beat.
It's been a long week, but
And
I've got the blood test that I did on Thursday, and a couple of things a little high on that, so I got to see the doctor on it. Mostly relating to kidney or liver or nothing at all. I don't know yet. He hasn't called me in a panic yet, so hoping for the best. But I got to go see him, and then let's see. Well, you know about the snake and the mouse, and I ended up beheading a snake the other night in my basement, and he was wrapped around a mouse, and it was about a 4 to 14-inch long snake. I wasn't taking any chances because we got copperheads up here, and when they're young, they're more dangerous. So I had a chisel and a hammer next to me, and I just and
now that mouse,
yeah.
that by any chance it wouldn't have been Mickey Mouse, was it?
No.
Darn it.
No.
Darn it.
No black ear stains on the floor, but we can always hope for next time. So
on a lighter note, Tim says a vibrator fez, kinky.
No, and the chair has a vibrating thing
mechanism
into the back.
Mechanism inside
it's not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's got a separate mechanism that is not exposed and can't do things that it ought to do. So yeah, but the massage, as you say, did help a great deal. It's still not 100% perfect, and the back hurts a little bit, but I'm suffering through. I'm mostly back to normal. So
that's like
that.
This chair here, right? I got this obviously because of the colors are what appealed to me, and I got it at a pretty good price too. It was like right after Christmas. They cut me a real good deal on it, and so I didn't even bother reading about the chair. I was just like, it's black and green. I'm getting it. So I got it, and when I'm putting it together, I noticed there's a wire sticking out of it actually back here. This chair here actually has a massager, John.
Yeah,
not a vibrator. I've never even used it. I would imagine it's probably heavenly, but I have a hard time plugging anything in. That's my ass is sitting there. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you're kind of it cut out now. Your mic.
What cut out? Did I cut out?
Yeah, now you're talking.
I cut out. I hope we're not going to have demons, man. Because I'll tell you what, it's been a rough week. I got to tell you, everyone at work is sick, and I'm definitely fighting something. Fighting something. Of course, it has to happen because I'm going out of town next week. So, of course, I don't want to be taking it with me, but definitely. Now, my voice is a little sore. My throat's a little hoarse. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. But I think that's largely from all the videos I made this week. That's something I want to get into. I want to ask you guys because I'm a cheapskate, and I don't want to spring for polls and things like that. I guess they're free. I mean, they're free on the channel. They're free on Twitter. But anyway, I'm trying to be funny and it's not working. It sounded funnier in my head. But what I want to ask all you guys, God, this has to stop. I'm going to start tying my hands to my chair. So if one of these days you guys see me streaming like this and I can't move, that's why it's going to be, because I got to stop doing this. But here's what I want to ask you guys. I don't know if you noticed, but I started doing a new type of video this week. Kind of like the pop culture thing, like everybody else does, which is one of the reasons why I haven't done it in the past, because I thought, who cares about my 2 cents, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to watch it. There's so many other people to watch, but I'll be damned. People are watching the videos. Okay. So, and I enjoy making them. They're really fun to make. So I hope to keep doing it. So I want to know what you guys think. If you guys saw the new videos, should I keep doing it? Because I'll tell you what, we got this far. Did I cut out? Because I noticed I just got off the jerky there. So I noticed the channel is we got a healthy amount of subscribers and all that there stuff. So it sure would be nice if we could start getting paid to do this, even just a little bit. I'd crack away at it even harder. But I really put my nose to the grindstone. Is that the saying? Put your nose?
Yeah.
Nose on a grindstone? Why would you want to put your nose on a grindstone? Why would you want to put anything on a grindstone of yours? But I did that.
Well,
I did it for you
depends
guys.
how much of a masochist you are.
Oh, Jesus. This stream is not going the way I intended already this week. Vibrators and anyway. So there. As much as I really didn't want to put my nose to a grindstone, I just froze. Am I still here?
Yes.
I froze on my end. But anyway, I'm going to get this out. If the internet works with me, I'm going to get this out for you guys. I put my nose to the grindstone, even though I really didn't want to, because it sounds very painful. But I did it, and I cranked out a bunch of videos. And if you guys like them, I'm going to keep doing them. And don't forget, again, I know you're sick of hearing this because every YouTuber on the planet is saying it. But please don't forget to like, and if you can, leave a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up or something in the comments. That's interaction, and that helps push the channel forward. As I say, let's push the channel forward. And so, oh no, John,
no.
See, that's why
no plugs. No,
that's why I have a hard time when you said vibrator in the chair. Your butt sits on the chair, and that's kind of where my mind went. That's why it's massager.
Yeah.
Kind of like we don't play with dolls. We play with action figures. Okay.
Yes.
We don't use vibrators. We use massagers. Because after a hard day of work, a man needs a massage. Okay. So anyway, this thing's gone off the rails. This thing has gone off the rails already. But hey, what's up? See, hold on. I clicked on it.
Is it there?
Click. There. No. See, now it's the wrong one. Not that you're wrong. Not that Legatus is the wrong one by any means, but I clicked on this one. What's up, Wade? Nice to see you, buddy.
Hello.
Oh no, I'm almost as scared. Great channel name, Vibrators and Masochists. I'll keep that one in the back burner. Maybe I'll start another channel one. Or John. I mean,
no.
Channel name.
No. No, I'm happy with Fez.
Yes. So anyway, let me take a quick look to see who was here in the chat so I can give some shout outs before I totally forget. So first and foremost here, 10 Hut. We got the Sarge. The Sarge is in the chat. So everyone at attention until told otherwise. Brother Legatus. I think he was here first today. Pretty sure it was. For some reason, Restream doesn't keep. It only keeps for so long. And I'm pretty sure he was here right after I set this thing up. So I think Legatus was first. But Tim, I'm sure, was right there as well, too. So we got Tim in the chat. Hey, look at this. We got a bum in the chat. Look, Fett for hire, man. What's he doing here? They let everybody in here.
Whoa.
And we got Brother Lenrod. Brother Lenrod is in the chat.
Lenrod.
He
played a really great song over on King Dolphin, a new one.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to go back and check it out. I totally, yes, and I apologize. Tonight, for everyone that missed it, tonight was King Dolphin's 400th episode. So if you missed it, go on back and check that out. I apologize for not being there. I was working from the time I get up. I put out another video, and then I got a message from an old friend, and we ended up on the phone all evening. Matter of fact, I literally just set this thing up, I think a half hour before, and had to make the picture I usually tweet out and everything with the link on Twitter and Facebook. Literally, I was scrambling right at the last minute. I wasn't even sure. Again, like I said, I wasn't even sure if we were going to go live, but here we are again, because I'll be out of town next week. So I figured I gotta at least pop in here tonight. So yeah, John, you were messaging me. Is there a stream tonight? Yeah, sorry, but again, talking to him,
I was getting worried.
Talking to an old friend, something had to be done, and I feel much better talking to this person. So anyway, we got SP4H in the chat. He said, YOLO. We got the Dolphin. We got their Dolphin. He says, Padre, hail to the chat.
Yeah.
Old man Bird is here.
Raymond.
Old Man Bird. Oh yes, man, our
Hey,
fellow guitar. I almost said something.
enthusiast.
I don't know why I said enthusiast. Yes, that's what we'll say. Because I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying not to
Yeah.
curse. This is a new Fett. I'm turning over a new leaf.
Yeah.
Trying to be more professional. But speaking of professional, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just let me browse real quick through the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Miss Catonic Madman is here.
Yep.
Miss Catonic Madman. Okay. We got. Who's this? Slordy Bartfast is here. A name I know, but I think the first time, if I recall, that I've ever seen here. So, welcome, Slordy Bartfast.
Yeah, you know who else is here?
Who?
Two down from there. The lovely Sherry.
Holy smokes. See, I didn't get it yet. Look at this is the delay. Okay, now you're seeing it. Okay, there she is. Now she just popped up on my restream. I don't like that there's this delay. Hello. Good evening to the lovely Sherry. Thanks for stopping in.
Lovely
Much
to see you.
appreciated. Yeah, man. We got a lot of cool people in this chat. A lot of cool people.
Mhm.
A lot of cool people in the community. But what I was saying about getting more professional. So here's another. I wish KR Companion was here because I thought of him. Let's take a shadowy flight into a world of a man who kind of exists. A man called Fett for Hire. Didn't. Now, if you look over my shoulder, right here, you'll see a blinding light. Okay.
Yes.
Now, in the quest to kind of upgrade and do things around here, what I did was I purchased one of these here snazzy on-air lights. Okay.
Ah.
I got a real good deal on it. It could either take batteries or it came with a USB-C cord. And I thought, boy, it would be nice to plug it in, but the computer's all the way over here, and I want it all the way over there. I'm going to take a chance on it because I have a bag full of old phone chargers, and I was like, I'll take a chance on it. Maybe I'll have a plug that fits it and blah, blah, blah. So wouldn't you know I did. It worked out. It came like in a day. It came in a day. I was able to plug it in. It's bright AF, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which I heard the reviews were great. I'm like, that's great. It's all the way across the room. It'd be nice if it's super bright.
Yeah.
So I got it all set up. I plugged it in. I turned it on, and I decided to turn my camera on and see how it looked. And you can see, or I should say you can't, because you're probably blinded by the light. It's so damn bright, you can't even read the some beach. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was. I figured I bought it. I turned it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, everyone watching this right now, everyone watching this on the replay. We're gonna remember we were just talking a week or so ago about how people don't use their imaginations enough anymore. So what we're going to do is this. For the duration of this stream, no matter what we're discussing, no matter what topics we touch on, whether it's vibrators and masochism or whatever it may be, I want you to pretend that you're looking at this in the background. Okay? Not that. See?
Yeah.
Pretend it's this. Okay? So we're going to start working and building our imaginations today. But with that.
Yeah.
He says.
So it says Ria no.
Am I backwards again?
Yep.
God damn it. See, that's the other thing. I think I did all last week's live stream backwards because I mirrored the camera and then it changed its settings. 1 second. I'm going to go into the settings here and mirror my camera.
Yep. And
now,
hello, Sandra.
Now, hopefully, Sandra, Queen Dolphin, yes, she is.
Yes.
Hail, Queen Dolphin. Oh, hold on. Hello, Fett for Hire Professional. Interesting concept. It is. I'm trying. I'm really trying. See, now the thing of it is now the camera. Okay, so everything's right to you guys, but now, okay, I'm still pointing, but that's actually on the other side of me. As compared to this camera. I hate this whole thing. I hate this because I feel backwards to begin with, John. I wake up and I go to bed every day feeling backwards in life. Like I'm going backwards, like I am backwards. And this camera makes me feel even more backwards. Uh-oh. Watch what you say. Hold on. We got the Comic Relief Crusader there.
Yes.
All the way from
Fez, brother.
All the way up there in Canada. Somebody was just asking me today, do I have anybody that stops in from Canada? There you go. If you whoever asked me that, if you're watching today, you're there. There's a Canuck down there.
Yep,
Canuck.
the one and only comic relief Crusader.
Hey. Yeah, but it's Crusader. Would that make him a Canucklehead?
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't know. Of course, Canadian Spider-Man has also been known to drop in. So
Yes.
now that's weird. Let's see if he shows up, because we just talked about him, and
Yeah.
I wonder if his spidey senses are tingling.
It's entirely possible.
There could be a delay though, because it is way up there in Canada, so you never know.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I think Mike's closer to the border.
Well, Mike says I am Albertan.
Yeah,
funny.
not
funny.
Canadian.
That's funny. I'd rather be in Alberta. There's a story behind that too, and hopefully one day I can get that person to come on and talk about that. But so, man, you check this out too. I was so unsure as to whether or not I was going to live stream today. I didn't shave, so I'm thinking, John, maybe I should try to grow what you got going on until we get to the point now where we're like twins.
Yeah.
So maybe I should just let this go. Well,
that's,
there's one reason why I'm saying this too, because I know someone's either going to pop in later or watch. I know for a fact she's going to watch this on the replay, and there's going to be definite comments. There's going to be a comment overload in the replay of the stream about me growing a beard. You watch. I'm predicting it right now.
Yeah. Well, see, I like the idea you're going for, because as soon as we get, looking a lot alike, then I can start trimming mine down as yours grows out. I'll get a little bit grayer hair than I've got. Well, I haven't got that much, but I'll suddenly become you. And then we exchange glasses because,
And then people will be mesmerized. They'll think it's like the mirror universe or something going on here.
Yes.
That'll be weird. Sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
You know what we do, John? Here's what we do. We've always talked about starting a band, right?
Yeah.
We'll be a ZZ Top cover band.
Ooh.
We'll grow the ZZ Top beards and everything, and we got to get fuzzy guitars and stuff, and only we'll call them Fezzy guitars. Man, this is where we go, man. This is it. We got a plan. Coming to live right here tonight. Live.
Yeah.
But so that would be awesome. Let's see. Slutty Bartfast asks, "What if you stay awake till you can't?" I do that all the time. I always I'm my own worst enemy. I'll sit here, usually right here. Where you see me at right now is pretty much where I live. When I'm not working, I'm sitting here. If it's not making something for somebody else, it's making something for my channel. So I'll sit in this chair until I'm so tired that I don't feel like going up them steps to bed. And I'll kind of get that adrenaline running again, or that second wind, whatever you want to call it. And then I go upstairs and I lie there awake. And then sometimes I'm right back down here because I can't go back to sleep or I can't get to sleep until I do something or make something. And anyway, a Feztar.
Ooh, yes, a guitar with
Fez
a fez.
tar.
Well, as I did with Doomcock's bass. That has a fez onto it.
The Sarge says, "Pro tip, no beard. I have spoken." Well, I mean, I kind of have to listen to the Sarge. I don't want to get dishonorably discharged or anything like that. So, wait a second. Wait, this is the Fett Force. I'm kind of leader of the Fett Force, aren't I?
Yeah.
Now we all still have to listen to the Sarge. I mean, even I, the great Fett for hire, need kept in line. Always. If I wasn't, this is me kept in line. Imagine if I wasn't kept in line.
Yep. Old man Bird got it.
You don't need gimmicks. People like you as is.
Oh, gee, well,
but imagine how much. But imagine how much they'd like us more if we look like ZZ Top.
Oh yeah.
If we look like twins, imagine that. If we look like twins, it'd be Fett for hire and Fez for hire.
Yeah.
Fettercaster. Fettercaster. A Fez Paul.
Yes.
Tim says, "I have a beard." I never really ever had a beard per se. My old bandmate and I used to challenge each other to see who could grow the most badass goatee.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I could never grow like a full, maybe I did. Now that was 20, 30 years ago. So I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe I could grow one now. I don't know.
it's possible.
I
Takes
know.
a little getting used to with the itches
Yeah.
now and
Yeah.
again.
I'm already, if you haven't noticed, I'm sitting here doing this. I can't stand it. See,
Yeah.
with the weather changing, especially, and in my
Mhm.
job, I'm constantly in and out of the cold. So I tend to not shave during the week. So I'll shave either Fridays or Saturdays. And today I was just like I said, I get up and just started making the videos, and then I was on the phone all evening. So
Yeah.
didn't even have time to do it. But I'm already sitting here going, it's like I don't even, I guess maybe after a while you get used to it or something. I just never let it go that long because,
Yeah.
like I said, back in the day, it would never grow in full or anything. But
Yeah.
no. And speaking of beards, one of the reasons why I never grew one,
Mm.
I had two reasons. Number one, and I'm not doing this time. I went two, so I'm not disco dancing this time. I swear. But I had two reasons, and one was a dumb one, and it was just that I was always like Dave Mustaine
Mhm.
and Blackie Lawless never had beards. Then
Yeah.
I think it was in the mid '90s. I got like all weirded out because Dave Mustaine actually did grow a beard. So I was like,
Yeah.
what do I do? So I guess it was around that time when my friend and I started doing the goatees and stuff. But anyway, so that's a weird thing. I guess kind of just based off what your idols are doing. But I was always
Yeah.
like, if Blackie or David didn't do it, I won't do it. But then also my dad, okay,
Mhm.
my father had, well, before he went gray like me, had really dark hair. And I
Yeah.
remember one time when I was a little kid, he grew a beard. My dad wasn't a hunter either. I'm not a hunter. My dad wasn't a hunter. But
Yeah.
they talked him into going hunting, I believe, is what was going on. And so he grew a beard this one winter. And it
Yeah.
was the weirdest thing, man. My dad had this dark hair. He grew a red beard. It was
No
weird.
kidding.
His eyebrows were dark. His hair was
Yeah.
dark, but his beard was red. So, and
Huh.
I always got a little scared because back when I actually, believe it or not, I usually actually have dark hair. But
Yeah.
if I spent too much time in the sun, believe it or not, I used to go out of the house. And if I spent a lot of time in the sun, my oldest sister used to make a jerk out of me because my hair would get a red tint to it. So she'd be like, "You
Yeah.
have red hair. You have red hair." And this ended up being the woman who, in her adult life, then like changed her hair color like every week and would blame it on the sun. One day she'd show up, it was the redhead. Oh, it was the sun. Next day she would show up with blonde hair. Oh, it was the sun. Yeah, okay. Has
Yeah.
nothing to do with hair color or anything. But so anyway, so I better shut up because if she sees this, I'll be in trouble. But, let's see what Miskatonic Madman's saying here. He says, when growing a new beard, the itch goes away after a couple of weeks. Beard oil
Yeah.
helps. Interesting.
Beard
How
oil.
about, I know I can't stand laying down. I like to, lay on my side a lot. I
Yeah.
kind of have this thing so I have this routine where I kind of have to do this every night to get to sleep. I don't know why. It's always been this way. But I'll lay on my back for a little bit. Then I lay on my right side. Then I turn over and lay on my left side. Then if I lay on my back again, I usually fall asleep. Usually.
Mm.
But I know just like even this scruff laying on the pillow, I can't stand it. Now, does that go away? That feeling of like,
The longer it gets, yeah, because it's not
Does it?
pushing straight into your face. It's kind of curving over and actually pulls out a little bit.
it makes sense because the hair on my head doesn't bother me because of rolling and
Right.
stuff. So, all right.
Right.
Makes sense. I don't know. I know my face feels really hot right now.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. But maybe because I keep scratching it. Dumbass. I mean, dummy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to curse. See, John, I'm trying.
I know.
I can't always succeed. I can't always. Beard itch. Yeah. Beard itch.
One step at a time.
Beard itch. Why do
Now
beards
that's a band name.
Beard itch?
Yeah.
I can
could
see
be
that. I can see
Beard
that.
itch or beer ditch.
I also like someone suggested Beard Oil. That'd be a good name for a band too. Beard Oil.
Mm. Yeah.
That sounds like a death metal band. Who are you listening to? Freaking Beard Oil. The new single by Beard Oil. Opening for Amon Amarth this week. Beard Oil. Uh-oh. Labardi, 1969. He says,
Hello
greetings.
there.
I almost said Misfit. Miskatonic Madman, SB4H, and the Sarge. Except
Yeah.
the Sarge, you have to say 10 Hut.
Yeah.
Say 10 Hut first, right? Then you can say Hill. as long as you have permission.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm just going to sit here for 45 minutes doing this, so there's no dead air. Does that work? That's
That
cheating.
works.
That would be cheating, isn't it? Yeah. See, this is the thing. I don't even have. Usually, I have at least a little. I have little sticky notes, and I'll write some notes on it and stuff, and I'll post it here. I do have some pages I could bring up of some stuff that I could read here. I have a feeling. I know one of them's going to get me mad. Do we want to go down that route? We might want to go down that route because I'm looking at I'm trying to be less me, and well, no, I'm actually trying to be more me in my videos.
Mm-hmm.
How can I explain it? I'm trying to be less political and sort of things in the videos. And so I kind of want to be more me on the live stream, I guess is what I'm saying. So I chose a couple of things that I don't really want to make a video about, but maybe I wouldn't mind ripping into here on a live stream. So hold on one second. Lenrod says, only my neck itches when the beard comes along.
Yes.
My neck is all right. It's my cheeks. It's my cheeks that are bugging me.
Neck tends to be much more sensitive skin there too.
Which is weird. That's why it's weird that it doesn't bother me as much.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, it's a weird world.
Yeah, what I don't like, right, is because I guess it's probably from scratching, but that my cheeks are warm because now on top of the sore throat, that I'm sure is from all the talking I did this week. But like I said in the beginning, I think I'm fighting something. Everybody I work with is sick. And it's one of those things where I can't escape it. It's like all week walking into work, I either had somebody hacking in front of me or hacking behind me. And I was trying to stay ahead of the people in front of me or behind me. But the people in front of me was they'd cough. And then I'm like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna walk through their germs. So I'm like, holding my breath. So I'm past where they coughed. And so I was wasn't breathing right all week because of this stuff. I don't really consider myself so much a germaphobe, but germs I hate the thought of germs. I was always like that. You know what I mean? Somebody coughs in a room with me and I'm holding my breath for a second. Mm-hmm. That was the one thing when I was young. And before blood pressure meds and stuff became on my menu every day.
Yes.
But now I need to kind of monitor the heart rate and everything. You know what it is, John? I need to retire. I need to retire. I need to be on YouTube or something. Sit in a room all by myself.
Yeah.
It's great because this is one of the best things ever. Because here's the thing. Okay, listen up, everyone who has even remotely thought about coming on YouTube, but doesn't really talk. You're not a people person, right?
Yeah.
I worked with a guy one time where I talked to him on a couple of occasions. I was like, if I ever do start live streaming, would you want to come on? And he's like, well, I don't like people. I don't talk to people. I'm the same way. You know what I mean? But something about being on YouTube, it's nice because I can hang out with all you fine people, but yet we're not in the same room. If we get sick of each other, we just turn each other off. How cool is this? This is the coolest way I think ever to have friendships. Really, it is.
Oh, yeah.
You get sick of somebody, you turn them off. This is awesome because I lived my entire life wishing people had a volume or an on-off button, and now we have it.
Yeah.
It's here. It's at our fingertips. It's great. You know what I'm saying?
I worked with a lot of people I wish had the off button or the volume switch
well, they do now. If we all maintain our friendships this way, it will be, I'm telling you, it will be a more perfect world, right? Imagine that. You get your friend, comes at you one day and you're not in the mood. You just hit pause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hit pause. I'll get back to you later.
Or you get one of those voice modulator thingies and make them sound like Pudgy. Original voice Pudgy.
Or, you could even it's cool too, because I don't want to say it because I haven't done the gag yet. So never mind. Forget I started saying anything. I'm trying to reserve it for Raymond, especially. So yeah. So I want to give it away right now. So I'm gonna divert the topic to Lenrod says, just like the Who. The Who?
The Who? The band? The Who?
I don't know. He says HU. I don't know. He was right though, because Crusader said yeah. Slutty Barfast says winter is coming. Truer words have never been spoken. Yeah, that's okay. The fall is my favorite time of year. I love the fall. I love everything about the fall. I love the way the world looks. I love the way the world smells.
Mhm.
The only thing I don't like is I liked it more when I was a kid. Because now being an adult, like just for example, yesterday I have coal heat. I had to call and order some coal. So now there's a chunk of change. So you got to worry about heat in the house. So yes, I don't like that winter is coming. I've never been a big fan of winter. Well, I can't even say that. I did enjoy it as a kid, but I didn't have to worry
Yeah.
about, because we had coal heat as a kid too. I didn't have to worry about taking ashes out or, I mean, I did shovel the cars and stuff, but I used to
Yeah.
sing while I was just, so it wasn't a big thing. I did like playing in the snow.
Yeah.
Like I talked several times where the song, pardon me, for some reason, it is super hard for me to put out a sentence right at this moment, but I used to love the song. Well, I still do. Out in the Cold by Judas Priest and
Yeah.
Pray for the Sun by Raven. So I would always think of those. If I was shoveling snow or whatever, I'd think of those. Or even if I was out playing. Many a time, because I live in the coal region, there are little trails and everything all over the place. I would just walk on one of those and just think of those songs and pretend I was lost in the snow, and
Yeah.
even though I wasn't, and I would sing those songs and they would get me through. But
Yeah.
totally get off topic. How did it get to be winter when I was talking about fall? Back to fall. I do love
Yeah.
fall. I love that the temperature is not blazing hot anymore. Halloween. How cool is friggin' Halloween? Well, let me rephrase that. How cool was Halloween? Back in the
Yeah.
day, Halloween was pretty cool. I don't think people really even celebrate much. We have, now I don't know if it's everywhere. Of course, John, you and I live in a state that someone close to me calls the Twilight Zone, and she's
Yeah.
100% correct. But
They're not wrong.
you have your couple kooky people here and there that really go out of their way decorating. But as far as
Yeah.
trick-or-treating and stuff like that, that doesn't even seem to be a thing that goes on here anymore. So Halloween
Yeah.
has definitely lost its mojo here, which is
Yeah.
sad. But in the horror movies, I don't even watch TV anymore, but I do miss that. That's one of the only things I miss about TV was where, certain channels would run horror fests and stuff like that, and run all kind of scary movies. I found a lot of movies that I didn't even know about in the past because of that,
Yeah.
watching like down on TV. But what a cool time of year.
Yeah.
Now,
And
go ahead.
one of the things today, well, when I was growing up in West Pittston, every street had trick or treat, or practically every main street. And now it's more or less centralized into the street I grew up in. They're calling it Halloween Town, and they've basically co-opted the entire holiday for themselves. And you have crowds of 4,000 or 5,000 people coming in on one street.
Wow.
And out of towners, a lot of jerks, and the little kids are just trying to do the traditional, trick or treat. Don't you love my costume? And they can't do that anymore because it's become such a madhouse. And there's other towns where they hardly do anything at all, or they preempt Halloween from the 31st to whatever the Friday before it is, because they've got the regular Friday night extra police patrols out. And, they don't have to pay the overtime, and so it's not what it was. But,
No.
And hello,
That's
Jake
not good
Lumen. Or Jack Lumen, I'm sorry.
Hail Jack
How you
Lumen.
doing,
Yeah,
buddy?
I don't have it on Restream yet.
Yeah.
But hail Jack Lumen. Yeah, that's not good for the kids either.
Yeah.
The preempting the Halloween and stuff. Because there was something magical to me about trick-or-treating on Hallows Eve. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it seemed like the moon was always full, and it just seemed like, I don't know, like I could almost
It had
hear
a magic.
Yeah, I could almost hear the coyotes in the background, and it just had that feel, just to know that it was on Halloween. So
Yeah,
they
it was a
really
magic day.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
They screwed Halloween up too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they do that with all the holidays. I mean,
There he is. Hail Jack
Christmas,
Lumen.
Easter, all that. And yes, we do have trunk or treats, Jacqueline, and that's another thing is they'll hold these trunk or treats at the police station, municipal building, firehouse, whatever. That's still not like what it was. There was something in the air, a kind of magic, a kind of atmosphere, if you will, and it was just really fun. And I think I've told you about in my front yard, we had a big tree on the tree lawn next to the curb, and it had a branch sticking out. We'd throw a rope over it, and we had basically a basketball with a sheet over it that we'd drop down as a ghost in front of people. They loved it. You do that today, you're going to get sued.
Yeah.
Because, they hit me with their ball. People are too sensitive.
Yeah. I'm sad now. John, you made me sad. Because I'm like, Halloween will probably never be as great as it used to be. And kids nowadays will never know how great Halloween used to be.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad.
Well, that's the thing. And, the only thing I hated about Halloween is early in the night, they would send the fire truck around handing out candy, but they'd be blowing the sirens.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my father worked nights. You know what that means when you're fast asleep in the day and you have to go to work at night. And they wake you up with something like that.
I know that all too well.
It is pure terror. And for me, it was pure terror because Dad had a temper. Now, good man, never went over the line, worked hard, provided for us beautifully. But when you pissed him off, don't be there, And it was like I'd run out of the house and start yelling at the guys on the fire truck.
I hear you, man.
A few years later, a lot of them became good friends of mine when I joined the fire company. But it was that kind of thing. You had all kinds of fun stuff going on like that for the kids. Now you don't,
I hear you about the sleep, though. I was just Thursday. It was, I think it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I kept getting woken up. I basically live right on the highway, which sucks. And I kept hearing talking. I was like, what's going on? I keep hearing this talking. When I finally rolled out of bed, I come down here, and here there was a flagman sign right in front of my house. They're doing something down the street, so everybody was kind of stopping in front of my house, and I guess they had their window. It's still warm enough that people had their windows open, and I was like, "Why am I hearing this talking?" But yeah, so I was crabby all that day. But Leonard says, "I haven't done diddly for Halloween in a long time." Yeah, I don't really do anything anymore either. There's really not much to do. I might watch I have a couple favorites like the original Halloween. You know what I mean? I kind of have to watch that every year or something like that, but I can't say I have like a tradition anymore that I do either. So yeah, I'm depressed, man. I was like coming into this topic here for the fall and Halloween, I was like all psyched up, but now I'm getting all depressed because man, Halloween isn't what it used to be. But I'll tell you what, this year though, I want to do, if we do 4 live streams that month, it's definitely going to be Halloween themed as far as like horror or things like that. So I hope you guys, I know a lot of people that come here, especially on the panel, aren't huge horror fans. But no matter what it is, if break out if you like the Universal Munsters, watch some of that stuff. We'll talk about that or whatever. Because I've watched them, but you guys can school me on that. I'm sure you guys all know more about that. So I want to do like a horror Halloween theme for the month of October. So that's for sure.
Cool.
So we're gonna keep Halloween alive on this channel. That's for sure. Halloween will never die in my eyes. So maybe I should have even saved the Munsters as kind of a topic for Halloween, but because that's what I want to talk about a little later. The show, the Munsters. We'll get into that then. But I saw something I wanted to hit on. Old Man Bird said, "We know what you do. We are here at the stream hanging out to hear what you have to say. It's entertaining enough." That is, that still mesmerizes me. That's amazing to me. I never ever wanted to be on YouTube. I never thought anyone would care what I have to say. In real life, I almost feel like nobody cares what I have to say. You know what I mean? So, but I guess I found the right people, and that's important.
And they found you.
Yeah, well, it was through Doomcock, but they did find me, and I'm so glad that they did. Because, like I say, man, you guys aren't subscribers; you're my friends, and it's true. I mean, I talk to a lot of you guys. John, I talk to you on the phone all the time. You know? I talk to a lot of you people. What do you mean, you people? I talk to a lot of you people more than I talk to my own family. So you guys, a lot of you guys are more family than my family. So
Yeah,
and
we've had a few conversations that went on for about 6 or 8 hours.
Well, that's what happened earlier. I got asked to make a phone call to someone, and I was like, "Holy crap!" It's like hour. The whole night went by, and I didn't even have the stream set up. So and I did want to hit on the subs. It's obviously subs are not a competition, but yeah, subs. I'll tell you what, it makes you feel good, and we're almost back. And I'm going to show this right now. Check this out. Let's see if I can get that to focus. It's 3,299, man. We're almost back to the 300. Like every time I get close, a couple are taken away, or a couple of people I freak out, or whatever happens there.
Yeah.
But if one more cool person can sub, man, we're back to that 3,300 we were a couple of weeks ago. So
share, subscribe.
Absolutely.
Comments.
Do all that cool YouTube stuff. You notice I'm starting to develop
a cheesecake.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. No, don't send me a cheesecake. Remember I said I'm turning over a new leaf? Don't send me a cheesecake. Because if you send me a cheesecake, I'm going to waste time eating that cheesecake as opposed to making a video for you guys. So this is new Fett.
Send me the cheesecake.
Send John the cheesecake. It'll give him energy to hang out with me here and talk on the stream and stuff like that. And then I can drool over him telling me how delicious the cheesecake was.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
That sounds like a plan. But
1 second. Okay. This dead air was brought to you courtesy of. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. Turn it over a new leaf. You see what I'm saying? Turn over a new leaf. It's a serious. It's a commitment on my part.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought of something really funny. And I'm not going to say it because it might offend someone, and I'm not going to say it. I definitely.
Oh,
I want to bring up.
Hang on.
Lenrod made a comment about cheesecake. I'm waiting to bring it up.
Very short.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Restream would cooperate here. Oh, look at that.
Better than the last one.
Ah.
There you go,
Hand-delivered
people.
strawberry shortcake by Mama Fez.
Now John's going to be on a sugar high. There it is. Finally. Cheesecake is love. Cheesecake is life. It is. But I'm willing to give up that love for you folks. You see what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to rock and roll with this channel. I'm willing. John, did you ever think you would hear me say, I'm willing to give up cheesecake for you people?
Are you mad?
I am mad. I'm absolutely I almost said the F word. See, I'm catching myself. I'm saying I'm absolutely insane is what I'm saying here. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Comic says two cheesecakes. Two cheesecakes. There's only one thing better than cheesecake, and that's two cheesecakes.
Yes.
Oh, somebody's here. Who's here? Somebody's here. Oh, wait. Brother Lenrod is here. What's that? What the heck is that? What you got going on there, Lenrod?
That's a Mothman. It's still on my desk.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
that is a Mothman, isn't it?
And he did that live on King Dolphin.
Very cool. Very
Beautifully done.
That is like
Him
a
and
Man-O-War
Comics.
Mothman.
Yeah, him and Comics both did a version and completely different, but both cool.
Indeed.
Oh, it was a draw off or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Lenrod? How's life treating you?
Oh, working and doing funny things, and I'm pretty sure I finally won my war with the bees.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
I have successfully exterminated them.
See, now you gotta. There you go. There's a comic book idea for you. Have this Mothman fella be like a bee assassin. That could be like your comic thing. He'd be like the hitman of bees or something like that. I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah.
The Sarge says, never
Yeah.
part with cheesecake. You know, I don't listen. You're not, you know what? You guys aren't making it easy. You're not making it easy. Honestly, I haven't had cheesecake. I don't think at all this year. Rarely do I make a New Year's I never make a New Year's revolution. New Year's revolution.
Revolution.
Maybe that's what we'll call a live stream. We do a New Year's live stream. We'll call it New Year's revolution. But I never make a New Year's resolution because nobody ever sticks to them. But this year I kind of did say to myself, that's enough cheesecake. I was putting on too much weight. And, you know, I had that heart issue scare back in December. So I was like, yeah. Now, I did have to, like, you can't just come down from cheesecake. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have to wean yourself from cheesecake. You can't just go cold turkey. So
No, you get withdrawals that way.
yeah, so I've substituted it with some ice cream. I you know, I'm kind of back on the ice cream, and I'm hoping to wean myself off of ice cream, but it's steps. So I'm taking the steps to give up the junk food. So any good thoughts and prayers? Because it's rough. I mean, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
I still do indulge in my beloved peanut butter cups. Those peanut butter cups and my sweet tea. I mean, I'm sitting here. So here's what I'm doing. You guys remember I used to sit here with the jug of sweet tea? I have a cup.
Yeah.
I'm portioning myself. So
Wow.
Bringing it down just a little bit.
I'm trying. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Very
but
good.
it's all in the idea.
Very good.
Yeah, it's all in the idea behind it is being here longer, living a longer life,
Mhm.
be able to spend more
Yeah.
time with you fine people. So
Yeah.
it's a good. Okay, I'm not giving up
That's
cheesecake
a
because
great attitude.
yes, I'm not giving up cheesecake because I want to. I'm giving up cheesecake because I have to. Now I'm not saying I'll never have cheesecake again. Maybe for the holidays, because now I love Halloween. December's another story. I've been over those stories 1,000 times with the death of my father, all that stuff. So December's rough for me. So there's a good chance where I'm going to fall off the wagon and have some cheesecake in December. But I'm going to try. That's kind of what it'll be. I'll try to reserve cheesecake for December. You know, especially the end of December. I may fall off the wagon then. But so far, I've done good. I haven't had cheesecake at all this year. So where there's a will, there's a way. And all that stuff.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Oh, boy. No, don't bring that up.
Where
If
there's
you
whipped
missed the
cream,
finger.
there's a way.
Yeah, whipped cream. Because there so many things have been discussed earlier, man, like vibrators and masochism. We don't need whip. But next thing you know, there'll be chains in the comment and cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Fuzzy handcuffs.
No, brother. Fuzzy guitars, man.
As long as those fuzzy guitars rotate all the way around.
Yes, they definitely have to spin for sure. For sure. Now, here's the thing. I never thought about this. Now, do you guys remember like the Cinderella twirl? You know, when you have the strap locks and you can whip the guitar around and it comes around. I wonder if ZZ Top can do that, or would they catch their beard?
Oh.
That'd probably catch the beard.
I don't know, but it'd be funny as hell to find out.
For us, not for them. That'd probably be pretty damn painful.
They're rich. They don't have to worry about it.
Unfortunately,
actually,
one of them is gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't what was his name? Dusty Hill?
I think we lost Dusty Hill a while back.
Yeah, I thought so. But now I keep seeing all these pictures of the new dude, right? Isn't he the guy that has that like insane 18 string bass or something? Like, isn't he that guy? He has
at least two of them.
Two of them.
Yeah.
That's too many. Too many. I have a hard time with 6 strings. Like I have 2 7 strings, but I rarely ever break them out.
Well, that's the thing, and that thing's got to weigh more than his car.
I pity his back. Like, why would you want to hold that thing on stage? Like, if it's so functional, it's not functional. You guys know that. We're all musicians here. There's no need. There's no need for like an 18 or 20 string, whatever it is. But if it's so functional, why not just use it in a studio and then just use something more comfortable? And because he's showing off, that's all that comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a
hey, I
gimmick.
did. You know what? I did actually introduce someone this week to Michelangelo Badio. Fell at work. He sent me a video, and he was talking about. I didn't even know he was into like shredding and stuff like that. And I mentioned Michelangelo Badio. And he's like, I never heard of him. And another guy who is like, he's from California. He's been in all kind of bands and stuff. Even had like a short, successful stint as a musician. Never even heard of the band Nitro. Shit, I should have grabbed my CDs. That could have been like the CDs for tonight. But so I turned him on to Nitro and Michelangelo Badio. So I'm sure most people, Old Man Bird, you included, have heard of Michelangelo Badio. But for anyone out there who doesn't know of this guy, check him out, man. The Speed Kills video from back in the 80s. And man, the guy has a double neck and like a quadruple neck guitar. And he can play both necks like at the same time with hammer-ons and all that there kind of stuff. Real phenomenal musician. And that also leads me into my mission in life, is getting us all to one day talk about the movie Shock 'em Dead, because Michelangelo Badio played the guitar in that movie. When you saw the hands and stuff, that was actually Michael. And he actually has a cameo in that. If you guys didn't notice, that's the devil guy with the double, or did he have the quad neck guitar in that with the girls all hanging around?
Yeah, the dual neck, going in both directions,
Yep, that was him. That was him. So there's our music talk for this evening.
Yeah. Guitars that do strange things.
Oh boy.
I think that quadruple neck, there's motors in it that move the necks up and down as he's playing.
It probably depends on what. I mean, he has so many versions because he's been with what he was originally. What was he with, Carbon or something? And he was with Dean there for a long time. I think now he's with Sawtooth. Pretty sure. Which I hear they're good guitars, but it's just, I don't know. You think Michelangelo Badio? He's playing like Tobacco Burst, Telecaster looking, double necks and stuff. I don't think of that, man. It has to be like an instrument of death. You know, Michelangelo should be playing something pointy and I don't know,
spiky bits.
Yeah. I don't like the new look. I don't like the sawtooths he's using, and I think he has some pull with that company. So should have them do something fancy. But that may be just my opinion. Old Man Bird says, now there is band name Fuzzy Handcuffs, Fezzy Handcuffs.
There you go.
Well, there you go. On tour this summer, Fuzzy Handcuffs opening for Beard Oil. Get your tickets now. Old Man Bird says, I have watched. He says his learning technique was to practice an arpeggio 1,000 times slowly, literally 1,000 times. I believe it. That man's finger strength has to be, I would not want to shake his hand. People don't think about that stuff, but especially to do hammer-ons with both hands, because I'm right-handed, but my left hand is a little stronger from all years of doing that. So just to build up the strength to be able to do that sort of thing, I mean, he's got to have freakishly strong hands.
Oh yeah.
Because and speed too, because if you guys watch some of his videos, he'll probably at some point do the over-under thing. You guys ever see when he goes over and under the neck? And he hits the notes and stuff. It's crazy. It's wild, you know? And like, people right away, I've showed people the videos in the past and they're like, oh, that's sped up. No, it's not sped up. I've seen him live do that. Well, not personally live, but I've seen live videos where he's done that. So you can 100%.
And Carl from Manowar stole that from him.
And oddly enough, Michelangelo Badio is in Manowar now. He is the Manowar.
He replaced Carl. Carl.
Old Man Bird says the umlaut makes it metal. Look, you put a metal in. Look at that. Look how metal that is now. Fezzy handcuffs with the umlaut.
Yeah.
It does it, right?
Cool.
Can't get much more metal than that, for sure.
And Motley Crue's lawyer said soup.
Well, then we just discussed last week. Didn't they rip that off of Motorhead?
Yeah.
And Motorhead Lemmy himself said he ripped it off of Blue Oyster Cult. So Motley Crue's got an uphill battle to win that one, I think.
Yeah.
Slutty Bartfast, I found through DVD. Hope I didn't disturb you with my philosophy. I must have missed something.
Not at all.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh boy. Sandra made challah, braided bread. yesterday, and blueberry crumb
Yeah,
cake.
looked really good.
I can't read that. I got to get that off the screen. I can't read. I'm trying to give that stuff up. I'm trying. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best.
Yeah, but the temptation is real.
It is real.
Yeah.
It's really hard to avoid it too. New Year's Revolution, cool song title you have. I want to say that was already done because I know wrestling had to have had a pay-per-view because I know they were always doing like New Year's Evil and stuff like New Year's
Yeah.
Revolution. That has to be like a wrestling pay-per-view or something.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I invented it, but watch, we do a New Year's Revolution live stream, and I'll be getting like all kind of like cease and desist orders from other YouTube channels at the very least or something.
Yeah. Or Prince's estate because they partied like it was 1999 and, New Year's Eve and Prince and the Revolution and,
Yeah, they sure did.
I'm going off on a tangent here. So
That's a cool tangent because I'm
Makes
gonna tell you guys all another secret in the world of Fett's guilty pleasures, man. I do love me a little red Corvette. I got to be honest. You just mentioned Prince, and I just realized I've been needing this song, like, all week that like takes my mind off of things, and I might have to listen to that later. Little Red Corvette might do it. Sometimes it's not always about the metal. Sometimes it's other stuff. And,
for me, it's England Dan and John Ford Coley, Summer Breeze.
That one, that just makes me think of commercials. That's the problem when these artists lease their music out to commercials. Like, I just think of cough medicine or automobiles, and I mean don't do that, folks. Not that.
Well, you know what?
Imagine
You know
the
why
record
they
label's
do
the
it.
one calling that though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, you know the reason they do it. The amount of money you make on sync rights for that is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. Oh, here come the motorcycles. I apologize. I thought they got it out of their system because John and I were backstage and they went by. So I thought that was it for tonight, but I guess now they're heading home. So at least that's not quite the so there may be more. Just heads up, there may be more because there was quite a hell of a parade that went by earlier. So
because I think they came up from Raymond's house because there were motorcycles when he was starting the stream, and I figured they were headed up Route 81 to get to your area, and they'll probably be up here by the time we're done.
There is some sort of there's something going on. It's like these cyclists know that when certain YouTubers go live, okay, it's time to. There goes another one. Time to go past their house. I swear they know.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, God, I don't remember this before, I started going live on YouTube. And like I sat here all day. It's like you could have heard a pin drop. I was like, and it was cool because I was working on the videos and stuff earlier today. So I definitely appreciated it, but you could have heard a pin drop in here. I hit go live and there they are. Maybe it's the time of day. I don't know.
We want to be on the stream too.
Yeah, I guess
we want in on that content money. Let's go.
Hey, did you guys hear my 2-cycle go past last night? You can tell my tone. Listen on that guy's live stream. Hey, if it gets me views, drive past all you want. Just spread the word. Tell them Fett sent you. Come to the Fett channel, and you can have all your motorcycle hijinks live on YouTube or whatever. No, why am I inviting this? Why am I inviting? It's John. You know what it is? It's this stupid state. It's this stupid state that legalized these cyclists. I was just behind him again, going to work the other day, and this one kid decides to turn around and start doing a wheelie, like coming at me. I had to swerve. Here's my question to you. Okay. Why do I have to obey the laws of the state of Pennsylvania and they don't? Is what I want to know. Like you can't. Our main street in town, right, was always difficult to find a parking place on, but now, it's a little coal region town, so of course there's a bar on every block. So that requires about 15 side-by-sides to be parked in front at any given time of the bar hours. So now you really can't find any place to park, and it's because of off-road vehicles. This is insane. My car is all-wheel drive. Why do I have to obey the rules?
Because you're a decent human being.
I used to be.
The Sarge. My only claim to fame, I went to high school with Prince. Cool.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I think he said that before. I think because I remember him saying he even has yearbook evidence.
Yeah,
I believe
that's
you, man.
awesome.
I mean, there were people. I'm trying to think I'm having a super duper brain fart right now.
Yeah.
People, we just had something here over the weekend, last weekend. They had some court. John, you know how small this town is. Apparently, downtown there
Yeah.
was like 5,000 people showed up. I forget who it was. It was some country artist showed up, but also apparently the singer from Three Doors Down showed up, and it was or not the singer, the guitar player showed up from Three Doors Down, and he just did like some sets of him playing and stuff. Everybody's saying how cool it was, but I can't imagine 5,000 people packed in our little like main street downtown here. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scary, isn't it?
It is scary, especially thinking of the police that we have around here. I can't imagine we have adequate law enforcement for such things. So
Well, they're already not enforcing the law on certain people anyway. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and sometimes depending on the budget your township has, they can call in state police for backup.
Well, that was one very cool thing I did hear, though. My friend was at the show, and apparently the guy, I don't know much about Three Doors Down. I know my kid liked them. He was always playing their stuff, but apparently, after the show, because he was so cool, everybody took up like a collection for him and had him like a big wad of money.
Yeah.
And I guess there were police behind them, kind of watching over or whatever. And he said, thank you for the money and everything like that, but let's give it to these fine officers back here. And he handed it right over to the police, the local police here. I thought that sounded pretty cool. That was cool of him.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
awesome. Yeah, they were a really good band, and that song Superman was awesome.
That's them.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
They did a song called Love Me When I'm Gone, and it was filmed on an aircraft carrier, just as my nephew was going on the USS George Washington. So that kind of got me into them, and love that song.
Old Man Bird wants to know, the Sarge, did Prince get laid in high school, or was he a nerd? Oh, he didn't know him that well. I'm going to guess he was a nerd. Like, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm saying to become such a great guitar player and be so focused on doing the music. I'm going to say, because I was like, I was kind of a nerd, a music nerd throughout high school. I really didn't go out and party or anything. I sat in my room playing my guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess Prince was largely like that.
Yeah, because the amount of music theory he had going in his head had to develop over time. That's the melody.
No, that's Kryptonite, right? Is that Three Doors Down?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same three chords as Mother by Danzig.
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
Now, was somebody saying the singer is in bad shape or something like that for that band?
I think it was the bass player really ended up on drugs and such. I don't know if he's still alive even. It's been such a long time. But yeah, he had some major problems.
There's a bunch of bands that came out around the same time as them. Like, they all run together to me, because I was kind of like, that grunge thing happened, so I kind of stopped listening to anything new. And then some things came out, like that Kryptonite song. That caught my attention. I thought it was okay, but I still wasn't ready to stick my toe back in the water of new music. So there's a bunch of things like them and having another brain fart. I can't think of. I wanted to say Creed, but Creed was kind of before that. But anyway, the bands that came out around that timeline there, I was like, I wasn't sure if I was ready to trust music again at that point. So I do know some of the songs, but I don't know a lot of it. So.
Yeah, there were a couple of good bands. Candlebox was one. They had that song "You," which is an incredible song, and especially when it's coming from the middle bridge which is kind of soft and slow. And then they go right back into that chorus with a punch like I've never heard from anybody else. Just an awesome
I
song.
remember Candlebox. I only ever heard one song from it. I can't even think of the name of it off the top of my head. But
Yeah.
I had a hard
Yeah.
time with that guy's voice.
The popular one, yeah, on the song You, though, his voice is perfect for it. But,
He had a very, very high voice, but to me, it was kind of like he didn't have much of a range. Like it just was locked in, kind of. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I don't know. It's always seemed like there was potential there, but his voice kind of prevented me from. Like I couldn't stand a lot of things from that time.
yeah.
What was that band? I can't think of it. I should have brushed up on this stuff, but
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know. Even today, there's Far Behind. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah,
Far Behind.
I didn't care for that one.
Yeah. So you're saying they had better ones. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to
Oh,
check
yeah.
them out. Collective Soul
Yeah.
was the band. See, there's the example of how my brain works, but it's slow. Collective Soul, bands like them and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're kind of all right, I guess, but I don't know.
They had their hits and misses. But yeah, the song you want to check out, the studio version of You is awesome. They never quite regained that punch live from any of the videos I've seen. But the studio version and their actual video version, killer.
Cool. Maybe one of these days I'll have to invest some time into checking out some Candlebox.
Oh, yeah. Check that out.
I do like the name. It's kind of an interesting name for a band, Candlebox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. I decided to start messing around with tabs back here, so now I'm looking at a blue screen, so...
And blues.
Okay.
As long as it's not the blue screen of death, you're okay.
No.
Yeah.
No. Although that didn't happen tonight. Usually around 8:30, like clockwork, my computer, Microsoft detects a problem, and so fortunately, I guess it hasn't happened. But unfortunately, I was just going to say, unfortunately, it may happen live.
That's the best time.
Yeah, but if that were to happen tonight, I can't commit to my trying to be PG Fett. That
Well, you do have a mute button.
Yeah, it might be Fett after dark if that happens.
Well, it is nighttime. I mean,
Yeah. I was saying earlier, I'm going to pop something up here quick. I got a couple tabs. I didn't think they were worth making videos about, so I'll kind of hit on them here, and they're kind of music related. So this one here, you see these advertisements really like once you get so far, like there, when I get rid of the headline, it goes away. But it's become a real problem for me as I'm trying to make videos with it. But
get brave.
Okay, so I guess I'll have to read the title down here. It says Kelly Osbourne rips WWE star Becky Lynch over heel promo touching on rock icon's death. I haven't been following wrestling. I did used to like Becky Lynch. I thought it was kind of cool. I see she's in Happy Gilmore 2, playing one of the bad guys or bad girls, I guess in this case. But apparently she said something that Kelly didn't like. So let's see what it was. Kelly Osbourne, the daughter of Ozzy Osbourne, ripped WWE star Becky Lynch on Tuesday after she cut a promo taking aim at the legendary rock icon in his hometown of Birmingham during Monday Night Raw, which broadcasted from England. Lynch said the Women's Intercontinental Champion and one of the top heels on the WWE roster played up her villainous role in the crowd. She reflected on trying out for WWE 13 years ago in Birmingham and then said the city was a dump then and it's a dump now. Isn't she Scottish?
Could
Don't
be.
they have like a beef, don't they?
The
England
English and the Scots always have.
Yeah, so
to one degree or another.
So, maybe Kelly's flying off the handle here. Let's find out. It says Nikki Bella came out to challenge for Lynch's title, which she obliged, just not in Birmingham. I am not wrestling in Birmingham, Lynch said. Yeah, the only good thing that came out of here died a month ago. Ooh, that was kind of,
She's not ripping on Ozzy then. She's actually saying
No.
Ozzy was the one good thing.
Yeah. I guess it was kind of cool. Little kind of soon to bring up the death of Ozzy.
Yeah.
But in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had the good sense to move to L.A. That was kind of funny, though. A proper city. Because if he lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. Yeah, see, that was kind of cold too.
Yeah.
So
it is all acting, though. I mean,
I was going to say, the thing, how much of it in wrestling is faker than fake. So, I mean, she's just trying to capitalize on her heel image. So, anyway, the promo didn't sit well with Kelly Osbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Becky Lynch, you are disrespectful dirtbag. Birmingham would not piss on you. I'm assuming that says piss on you if you're on fire. Hashtag Birmingham forever. She wrote in a post on her Instagram stories. Okay. I noticed she must be going to the same doctor as her mom.
Yeah.
And I get it. She probably has some weight issues. She was always a little on the chubby side, but I don't know. It's starting to look to me like she might have an eating disorder or something. That's kind of a scary picture.
Really.
There. Mm-hmm. She might want to. This thing with Ozzy passing may not have been a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, shame on the WWE for allowing such things to be said about my father and his home. How much of it did they know, though, ahead of time, though, either? So, I mean, that could be all on Becky Lynch. A lot of times, I think, those wrestlers kind of wing it.
Yeah.
Especially on promos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or even kind of embellished maybe a little more than she should have. But anyway, Bella and Lynch got into a brief brouhaha. Man, you don't hear that word every day. I'm glad I read this article. I never thought I'd be saying brouhaha today. So it was worth reading the article for that. I'm going to say it again. Bella and Lynch got into a brief brouhaha before cooler heads prevailed. They will go up against each other in a match at Clash in Paris on Sunday. Holy smokes, now we're wrestling in Paris and everything. Ozzy Osbourne died in July. Osbourne was a celebrity figure at WrestleMania 2. He was also a guest host on Monday Night Raw at the height of its reality TV stardom. He was, I'm trying to scroll here. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. That's right. He is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Celebrity Wing in April 2021.
Yeah.
So, that was a cool little read, even though it is MSN. But like I said, you guys are probably wondering if I'm always trashing MSN, why am I always using them? I do tend to like that they lean so far to the other side. Sometimes it gets me going, and it can get more out of me by reading stupid stuff. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Okay, it looked like I was freezing on my camera, but
your computer might be lagging, but you still look perfectly fine on my end.
Yeah.
Well, then this computer's working friggin' miracles if I look good.
You're fine.
But Tim says, speaking of WWE, did you see about Raha? Did you see, is it Raja? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not following the rest. Raja Jackson did. No, I didn't.
Unless it's
let me
Michael
know.
Jackson or Andrew Jackson, I know nothing.
Yeah. No, I didn't, man. Let me know. Let me, a matter of fact, I think 1 second. I did hear a Facebook notification. Yeah. Oh, okay. He did send me something. 1 second here.
He sent you grown up pictures. Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Well, it might be more than a second because I'm having some serious lag going on here.
Yeah, you're starting to freeze
Let's
up a little
check
bit.
it out. Yeah, kind of. Boy. I hope I can share this, Tim. I think I have one too many tabs open now. Anyway. Am I up? Am I still here?
You're still there.
Okay. I don't have the stop sharing tab, though. Did the screen come up?
Nothing's come up on this end.
Let's try it one more time.
There it is.
Okay. Well, it's working slowly, but it's working. Okay, so why hasn't Raja Jackson been arrested for brutal assault of Stuart Smith.
Because it was part
wait,
of their plan.
Yeah, probably. Pro wrestler Stuart Smith, known to fans as on the indie circuit as Psycho Stu, is that Psycho, I guess?
Possibly.
Is now awake and communicating after being brutally attacked by a former UFC champion's son, Raha Jackson, during an event in Los Angeles last week. Smith's brother, Andrew, confirmed in a social media post that the wrestler and former Army veteran has regained consciousness, has some recollection of the incident, and is capable of communicating with family members. Unfortunately, I'm not capable of communicating at the moment. Doctors reportedly said Smith's recovery will be long as he continues to deal with the severe head trauma and other injuries sustained during the attack.
So
Wow.
a non-wrestler got him. That's okay. That's different than just the wrestlers. Like, it was two different like rival wrestlers. Yeah, it's definitely staged, but
yeah, no, it sounds
it's
legit.
different. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just going to skip through it real quick. Some online commentators have accused the LAPD of dragging its feet despite the blanket graphic video evidence of the attack. So that the question is who does he know?
Is he black?
Well, yeah, judging by this picture. And okay, I don't really want to go down this road, but you can see the skin color of the other person.
Yeah.
So that could be why they're dragging their feet. And if it was the other way around, the feet wouldn't be there would be no feet dragging going on. You know that.
Yeah, they don't want to risk any more riots in their
So,
area.
so that also says to me why I probably haven't even heard of it. They're probably trying to keep it quiet for the most part.
That looks like a picture from one of the MMA fights there, not the actual incident.
No, okay, maybe.
There's a guy who's got a referee shirt on there. And obviously they're in a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably holding back because they're you run the risk of riots. It doesn't matter if he's innocent or guilty. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't take much to trigger a large group of volatile people.
I don't know, because it says here, because I was looking here in the small print. You guys may not be able to see this. It says viral video screenshot of Raha Jackson assaulting unconscious Psycho Stu. No arrest has been made yet. It's under this photo. I don't know, Tim. Do you know these people? Are these the actual two people right here? See, I don't know. I may be talking on something I don't even know about. See, Raha's father, Quentin Rampage Jackson. Okay, no wait. Now Rampage Jackson isn't Rampage Jackson the guy who played B.A. Baracus in the A-Team movie? I want to say. So obviously he's an African American gentleman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rampage Jackson played Mr. T's character in the movie. So
yeah,
I'm not sure, but if it was black on white violence, yeah, that's why they're dragging their feet, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he says there's no keeping it quiet. It went viral. So, well, then again, that doesn't.
Somebody released the video, and
yeah, I'm trying my best to avoid the political stuff, but I know there was just an incident not that long ago where some white people, including a woman, got brutalized by some let's say dark-skinned folks, and I don't even think justice has been served yet in that case. But
yeah, that was Cincinnati, wasn't it?
Like I said, I don't know details or anything. I've been trying to avoid it. That stuff, it's still frustrating me that, like, not again. Every time I say I'm not going to get political, and I don't know how to not get political in this way, but we all kind of voted for a gentleman to win the White House, and I thought we were going to have an input to a lot of this stuff, and it's still going on. And I get it. He can't work magic, but I don't know. People are still getting away with too much, in my opinion. So,
it takes time to quell things and get things.
Yeah, the problem being there's only 3 years left, so
it's not meant to be a top-down system either. I mean, it's a lot of these problems are on the bottom level, and people just aren't doing anything about it because they keep voting for the same people.
True.
Yeah, and that whole defund the police is still alive.
And people are just imbeciles. nowadays
Yeah.
too. And I'm going to bring one up here. Oh shit! I clicked on the wrong thing. 1 second. That was a bad click too, because I accidentally clicked on share an image, and on my computer with this computer lag, I have to sit here. Okay, there we go. I can exit out.
Clearly, you need more RAM.
Well, the problem, especially this week, my computer is so jam packed full of stuff from making the videos, and I've been trying to watch Alien Earth and stuff, and I got so much crap on my computer. I definitely got to do some house cleaning. But
Yep. Thumb drive.
well, one thing I'm afraid of too, right? Like,
They work.
well, like I said, I use Clipchamp to do all my video stuff, and they just had a thing. I was terrified I was going to lose everything, because I was actually it was just the other day, 23rd was the deadline. You had to like sync your email with their thing. And when I told the tale before, I told the ex not to buy this computer, and she did, and she set it up with her email and all that stuff. So it was all set up in her email, and I was like, I didn't even know how I was going to connect my email to the thing and save everything. But they let me do it, surprisingly. So I got the notification like the day before or something like that, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. If they let me connect my email, I will. And fortunately, everything's still there, so I guess everything's cool. But what happens is with Clipchamp, when you use the video editor, all your files, right? You add them, and even when you finalize the video, now everything's safe in the video when it's finalized. But if you forget to finalize it or something, and you delete your images or whatever you put in that video, and they're no longer on your computer, it will tell you like you'll go into your video editor, and it'll just be like a gray screen. And you can click on it, and it'll say find on a device. And if you deleted it and it's not in your thing, you can't find it anymore and re-add it to the video. So I'm always terrified to remove anything from the computer until I have the videos uploaded to YouTube and Rumble, and even for a while, because you know what I mean. I'm always terrified, like if the video got pulled down, or if I had to edit it for some reason, and everything's gone. And then what happens is now, especially after cranking out as much stuff as I did this week, I'm forgetting. It's just building up. I'm forgetting to delete. I'm be like, okay, this stuff's probably safe to delete. No, it's just all building up. But anyway, that was a long-winded story on a stupid little thing there. But yeah, so I'll get around to it. But I'm going to share my screen, because this guy, we talk about unhinged people. This gentleman, there's literally something wrong with this gentleman. Neil Young launches scathing attack on Donald Trump in new song Big Crime. He's gone so far as to make a crime now. Am I still here? Because I see I froze on YouTube.
No, you're still
on this side.
Okay. So this guy here, okay, first of all, back to my musician bashing. The reason I'm harder on musicians, again, for the 1,000th time, is you're supposed to fight the man, which this is be all fine if he was fighting the current administration and the previous administration, but he only has one problem, and it's the guy who's in the office right now.
Yeah.
So he says Neil Young has
a man.
Yeah, a man. You're supposed to fight them all. It's either fight them all or don't fight none.
Yeah.
It's only fair, right? So Neil Young has launched a new song, Big Crime, and the lyrics don't pull any punches in their criticism of U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to deploy the National Guard to the streets of Washington, D.C. First of all, I love how they're always saying big crime, big crime. What is the crime? You ask them what the big crime is, and they don't have any legitimate answers. And they still go with things like, that stupid little things from the past where people said this, like things were done, and it was dismissed from court and all this stuff. And yet, when it goes back to the former president, where there were crimes discovered, they choose to forget about that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense to me. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, I mean, let's be honest. All politicians have an element of criminal to them, just because. Yeah, I mean, it's
the nature of politics.
Exactly, the nature of the job. But if you're gonna hate one politician, you gotta hate them all, don't you? I mean,
not really.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be like fighting the man, But like Lenron said, he's
Well-
only fighting one man. So
Well, you got to consider it's Neil Young, an aging hippie who's trying to stay relevant.
exactly. And I'm sure
Maybe it's
this song I'm sure has a god awful guitar solo. I mean, you know for a fact it has a god awful guitar solo.
Yeah.
But-
I've seen
So
him
my
play
question, if I could sit down and talk to Neil Young, I would love to ask him, so how would you what is your solution to the crime problem in Washington, D.C.? Just allow it to go on? That's what you want?
Yeah.
You want more deaths, more murders? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the National Guard is for to fight threats foreign and domestic,
Yeah.
right?
Bingo.
I mean,
Technically,
didn't
you're not
invent
supposed to
that.
use U.S. troops on American soil against American citizens, though. They're not supposed to enforce the law, posse comitatus and all that.
there's a point when the people you're using them against have gone way too far.
Yeah.
And it becomes an attacking enemy from within.
So
Yeah,
what
I
we need
mean,
to do is
the
get rid of
crime-
the National Guard and bring back the militia, because then that becomes legal.
Well, technically, the militia is the National Guard.
Yeah. So militia are
But-
unpaid volunteers, though, whereas the National Guard, they are compensated.
Right. But
well, I mean, we've all known forever that the crime in D.C. is next level.
Yeah.
You know,
mhm,
I mean, it's going to take extraordinary measures.
yeah,
In
You let it
cities
get
like
so
that.
bad, it's like there's only one solution.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
That's all you had left in the bag, and got to do what you got to do. I mean, it beats calling out the actual military.
Yeah.
You know, if they called in the Marines on that, nobody'd leave the house. You know,
yeah.
and it would be using lethal force.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to get back to this real quick because he's not even worth this much time, to be honest with you, Neil Young.
Mhm.
I mean, anyway, Young debuted the song during his show with the Chrome Hearts at the Huntington Bank Pavilion at Northerly Island, Chicago, Illinois. Holy hell. That was a mouthful.
Surprise.
On Wednesday night. Yeah, Chicago.
Uh,
See, that's Washington. Chicago's next. Anyway,
Mhm.
if Chicago, take note what's going on in Washington, because if you don't calm down on Wednesday night, and he has now released a version recorded during the sound check for that show. Oh, it's recorded during the sound check, so I'm sure it's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
Young's recent protest songs have left little room for ambiguity. From 2006's Let's Impeach the President. Oh, geez, I missed that one. To
Oh,
this
yeah,
year's
I
Let's Roll
remember
Again. I missed that one too. If you're a fascist, then get a Tesla. And big crime is no exception. Well, so, okay, so there's a perfect example of why. Just sit down and keep your mouth shut. So now that was obviously a burn on Elon.
Mhm.
I
And
think
now
Elon was a hero of the left before. He was making the electric cars to save the world.
yeah, now
Bingo.
Tesla's the enemy. Or is it? Because now, Elon and Trump are on the outs. So now you made
Yeah.
a song, and now what are you going to do, buddy, if Tesla's come back in fashion now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I guess these are lyrics. Do I want to read these?
They're
Man.
kind of, I don't know, I've been skimming over them, and they're like really uninspired.
They look childish.
Like this is nothing compared to what he wrote, decades ago. Like this is pathetic.
It's because the mental disorder TDS has taken over.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
there's no real creativity in any of these lines. Like even I could write better than this, and that's pretty bad.
Even I can write better than this. That's pretty bad. Don't need no fascist rules. Don't want no fascist schools. Don't want soldiers in our streets. There's big crime in D.C. at the White House. There's big crime in D.C. at the White House. Got to get the fascists out. Got to clean the White House out. So right there, he just rhymed out twice.
Mhm.
Don't want. I mean, geez, I've heard laundry commercials that made better rhymes with getting things out.
Yeah.
Don't want soldiers in our streets. There's big crime in D.C. at the White House. I mean, that's the song.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. If you're impressed by this, there's the dates. Hopefully, you can get some tickets, near you. I have a feeling they're not going to sell out, but
Yeah, they might in Milwaukee.
yeah, maybe. But holy smokes, man! These out of touch people. It's just crazy to me. that this stuff still goes on. Here we are, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you eliminate the 4 years in the middle, we're almost 5 years into, this president's term and stuff like that, and they're still, I mean, fascist. I mean, seriously, you mean
Just
like
keep repeating the same thing over and over again.
fascist moves like taking over all the media, all the forms of media? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, and trying to disarm the people.
And censoring people on social media and things like that, which I still think is the
Especially
reason why
when
I
you
got
look at you look at England, what's going on over there. They're putting people in prison for putting things on X and
for showing
Facebook
flags
and all
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah. That's a
And,
scary thought to someone like me.
That
They've
is
been making
about
good use of the St. George flag, though. They've been putting them on potholes to get them to fill the holes in.
Crusader wants to know, did Taylor Swift write this? It could
She'd
be.
probably write something better.
Yeah, agreed. I never thought I would say that about Taylor Swift, but you're probably right about that.
Yeah. But no, in England, it's coming to bite them in the ass.
That's before he says the Guard aren't enforcing the law. What they're doing is providing security for federal buildings, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one way to put it. Semantics,
Yeah.
As long as they're not actively arresting anybody, that's probably what. As long as they're not doing that, it's probably fine.
I'm with Crusader. He says Neil Young is old and gonna die, and all his music sucks. I'm not worried.
Yeah,
I enjoyed his earlier stuff. I mean, he had some good songs back in the day.
I had a guy I used to work with many years ago. He was a big Neil Young fan, and he gave me like a greatest hits, and I tried. I mean, to this day, the only thing that I can kind of dig is "Keep on Rocking in the Free World."
Rockin' in the Free World's a great track, yeah.
It's kind of heavy for him, but it still has a shitty guitar solo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was never known as a great lead player.
No, I mean, I get it if you're having fun, but at a certain point, if you're going to charge people for your album, it has to be kind of good.
Yeah.
Does he even actually put albums out anymore? I feel like he just releases the odd single here and there as like a cut from a live show.
I couldn't tell you. Apparently,
Yeah.
his inspiration comes from the White House these days. So I guess it all depends on whether he's irate at that person one particular day and he feels like writing a song.
It's whatever CNN tells him to write. He just listens to what they're repeating enough times on the show, then he writes that down. Like, all right, this is the chorus.
Yep. That's it.
According to comic, even the earlier stuff sucks.
Yeah. I'm not saying all of it was good, but he definitely had some good material back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I can't knock him. I personally, it never appealed to me, but obviously he has a career, so enough people liked him. I don't know. I never got any of his stuff. Let's see what else this one is.
This is a blue screen of death. Computer crash.
I did have a blue screen there for a second. I got scared.
But
for some reason, so in Restream here, backstage, it's all blue. And when I bring up another tab, it just goes to that shade of blue. So it's not the bright blue screen of death. It's like a dark blue screen of just pause. I'm getting tired. So I'm clicking like, you're probably hearing the mouse. I'm like clicking settings and I'm clicking add people and clicking, save link when I'm trying to bring up a tab. I'm like, I'm too tired right now. I'm clicking on the wrong stuff.
Spam casting.
Yeah. Where the heck was it? I wanted to bring up a tab, but here it is. Okay. I have one more tab. I might as well hit it because it's music related while we're on the music topic. See the advertisement, man. Who thinks
you get Brave? Brave has the built-in ad block, and it'll hide like 99.99% of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that or something. It's just a title. See when you scroll up and you get to the picture, it's good.
Yeah.
But the first heavy metal riff ever written, and I wrote it. How Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page created a groundbreaking song.
Yeah.
I have not even looked at this, so this is all new to me. Of all the millions of songs that have been written since the dawn of time, only one can claim to have laid the foundations for what would become Led Zeppelin. Beck's Bolero was recorded in 1966 as Jeff Beck's first solo outing, after the guitarist had made a name for himself as Eric Clapton's replacement in the Yardbirds. Clocking in at just 2 minutes 53 seconds, Beck's Bolero featured an all-star cast with Beck and Jimmy Page on guitar, Keith Moon on drums, John Paul Jones on bass, and Nicky Hopkins on keyboard.
Wow.
Yeah, that was kind of like a super group thing going on.
Yeah.
Of course, that was technically before Zeppelin and stuff existed, so it was a pre-super group.
Pre-super group.
Yeah.
Super group in the making.
Yeah.
The sessions went well, and the plan was for the quintet to find a singer and continue as a supergroup. See?
Yeah, there you go.
Like Cream, who had been formed by Eric Clapton only on a handful of days earlier. This suggestion resulted in a famous quip from either Keith Moon or John Entwistle, depending on who you ask, stating that the new project would go down like a Led Zeppelin. However, it was not meant to be. Page and Jones would form Led Zeppelin 2 years later with Robert Plant and John Bonham. Beck said of Page, "I fell in love with Jim's playing because we spoke the same language.
Yeah.
We're out to get most of the I can't read again. We were out to get the most of the studio, bending the rules like using slap echo, doing all the things you weren't allowed to do."
Yeah.
The rhythms in Beck's Bolero were inspired by 1928 orchestral piece Bolero by French composer Maurice Ravel, though Beck chose to bastardize the concept into his own overture and wailing bends, psychedelic slide, and thunderous riffs. In doing so, he created a sound that would help shape the early hard rock and heavy metal movement of the following decade, thanks to its mind-bending cacophony of meatier and thicker distorted chords, aggressive strumming, and crashing cymbals. Beck himself even once stated the song contained the first heavy metal riff ever, written and I wrote it. Yeah. Though if you look at it a little deeper, the origins aren't quite as simple as that. The original writing credits were assigned to Beck, but this is something Page immediately contested, resulting in his name being recorded as the sole author. That's weird. Both guitarists agreed it was Page who came up with the chords and rhythms, but Beck felt he'd also made enough of his own significant contributions to the arrangement.
Yeah.
Page's recollection in 1977 interview with Guitar Player magazine, however, was somewhat different. On the Beck's Bolero thing, the track was done, and then the producer just disappeared, he explained. He, Simon Napier Bell, was never seen again. He simply didn't come back, and he just sort of left me and Jeff to do it. That's weird. Page went on to reveal how the track came to be and who performed what part. Jeff was playing and I was in the box. And even though he says he wrote it, I wrote it. I'm playing the Fender Electric 7 12-string on it. Beck's doing the slide bits, and I'm basically playing around the chords. He added, the idea was built around Maurice Ravel's Bolero, and it's got a lot of drama to it. It came off right. It was a good lineup, too, with Keith Moon and everything. Beck later admitted, no, I didn't get a songwriting credit, but you win some, you lose some down the years. And a lot of musicians don't. That was pretty nice of them. A lot of people don't just let things like that go. Thankfully, the guitarists were able to put water under the bridge and remain friends in the years that followed. Although Beck's Bolero was recorded during sessions that took place at London's IBC studio, I just had a flashback. IBS, man, irritable bowel syndrome.
At least it's not IBS studio.
Yeah, I was just, I almost said IBS. Anyway, on IBC Studios on 16 and 17 May 1966, the track was not released until the following year as the B-side to Beck's debut single, Hi Ho Silver Lining. Beck's, damn, this is a long article. I should have looked at it first. Where the hell was I now? We're just going to jump right down here. The sessions took place before Beck had made the jump from Gibsons to Fenders. So I didn't even know he ever played Gibsons. I always saw him with a Fender. Yeah. I was using a Les Paul for the lead guitar and for the backwards slide guitar through a Vox AC30. Isn't that what Brian May uses? Sure.
I believe so, yeah.
Beck once explained, it was the only amp I had, and it was covered with beer, actually. I think it was the beer that gave it its sound. So that's why it sounded different than Brian May's.
Mm.
He also noted how an accident while the tape was rolling ended up making rock and roll history. Huh. You can hear Moon screaming in the middle of the record over the drum break. Beck revealed. If you listen after the drum break, you can only hear the cymbal afterwards because he knocked the mic over. Wonderful. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
It was in his way.
Yeah. For Page, this was undoubtedly one of the more memorable moments of the recording process. You can hear him scream, then hit the mic, and from there, all you hear are the cymbals, he said. The song just continues, and it was sort of funny. Sounds funny. The composition itself is divided into 3 sections, starting with the opening Ravel-inspired rhythms underneath Beck's soaring guitar leads, with the guitar shifting between major and minor to create haunting atmospheres. Things calm down for Beck's heavily ambience-affected slide solo, which explores more of a psychedelic feel before reverting back into the intro idea. Then it all explodes with a fuzzed-up single-note riff that wouldn't have sounded out of place on Black Sabbath's self-titled debut, released some 3 years later. See, that's what I was going to ask you guys about Black Sabbath. I want, because they're credited as the godfathers of metal, and for like Jeff Beck to be saying he wrote that's weird.
That first riff, he didn't invent metal. He just kind of created the first metal style riff.
Yeah.
The last minute of the song revisits the original motif, but in such a more chaotic manner, with all of its elements fighting each other for space in a remarkably forceful way. It all ends abruptly, closing with some reverse leads from Beck, using a similar concept to the title track of Jimi Hendrix's debut album, Are You Experienced?, released just 2 months later. It was Page who suggested using the technique on Beck's recording. The phasing was Jimmy's idea, Beck admitted. I played a load of waffle and he reversed it. While Hi-Ho Silver Lining ended up becoming Beck's biggest hit, being embraced by football crowds, I don't know if I know that song. I don't watch football, though.
Yeah.
Football crowds up and down the country. Its B-side was infinitely more groundbreaking. Beck's Bolero laid down the blueprint for heavier guitar music that arrived in the following decade and, of course, gave the world its first taste of what would soon become Led Zeppelin. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Led Zeppelin or Jeff Beck. It's a shame that Rob Wright isn't here. I know I think he's a huge Led Zeppelin fan. So he would definitely school us all on this, but that was an interesting thing. Comic Relief says, I'm setting up Restream instead of StreamYard. You're moving over too.
Ah, very good.
What was it for you? Was it the price tag, or what's making you jump ship? Because I'm like, I got to be honest, there are a couple things that are weird about Restream. You'll find them out if you're switching over, but there's a little more stuff to keep an eye on here on Restream. But for the most part, it's similar. It's I've only checked a couple other ones, and this is the most similar to StreamYard. So give me 1 second. I got to take a drink.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a rough week on The Voice, man. I don't think I've talked this much in my life as I had this week. But, so that leads me to the Munsters. I kind of wanted to talk about the Munsters real quick, just because I think I mentioned for weeks now. Every night before I go to bed, I've been watching the Munsters because thank God it's on the Roku channel, so it's free. I do have it. I might as well start off with that. I mean, of course, I have the DVDs, season 1 and season 2, which there were only 2 seasons. That still amazes me to this day, because when I was a little kid, it just seemed like there were so many episodes of the Munsters, and I thought for sure there was more than 2, but there aren't.
Well, so they did hit that magic number for syndication, so even if it is 2 seasons, it's still over 100 episodes.
Yeah. Fortunately, there are a lot of episodes. And this is another reason why I'm glad it's free on Roku, because this thing is so cool. But it is like, I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like die cut. The Herman and his bolts and everything there.
Yeah.
And trying to get this thing in, it's got like a clear, I don't even want to mess with it, but it's got like a clear sleeve over it. And trying to get the Herman in there without ripping the bolts off is a nightmare. So thank God I can just press a button.
Yeah.
And, of course, you got to have the Munsters Revenge movie. And
Yeah.
I mustn't have been able to find Munster Go Home by itself. So I have a 2-pack that actually has Munsters Revenge and Munster Go Home on that.
Mm.
But so that's that. Big whoop DVDs. But
Yeah.
let's see, how do you do this here? Now, of cooler things, I will show this off real quick. Y'all know my love of 1/18 scale die-cast cars. So,
Yeah.
of course, you got to have.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna risk moving this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Munster Mobile.
Monster Coach.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So,
The Dragula.
That's great.
but little, I think it just tells you about the show in the back. And of course, yes, Lenrod said it.
There it is.
The Dragula. Yeah.
I believe Rob Zombie owns the actual Dragula.
You know what's
Yeah.
weird though? I always thought it was weird. I'm not a huge Rob Zombie fan, but I do like the song Dragula. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm.
And for you guys that know the video and aren't real experienced about the Munsters, this is the Dragula.
Yeah.
You can see right there.
Yeah.
Dragula. Okay. This is Grandpa Munster's race car. But in the video for Dragula, I guess because it would be harder to film the video on that little car, but he's in the Munster Coach,
Yeah.
Right.
which is weird. The song is about that car, but
Yeah.
he's in this car, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
But, so I have those, and then, like I said, I don't have a lot of Munster stuff, but this is the lunchbox that started my lunchbox disease, whatever you want to call it. There for a while, I couldn't get enough.
The
Now this
addiction.
poor thing, this poor
Yeah.
thing is in sad shape.
Yeah.
But considering it's from 1965, I think
Yeah. It's as
you
old
know,
as me.
it's and you know
Those
what?
Colors.
Yeah, it's still very vibrant, very vibrant.
Yeah.
Now
Very
this,
good.
I want to point this panel out right here because I love the movie Christmas Vacation. I always talk about how that's possibly my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
When they're in their kitchen, right, they have like a little breakfast bar or something in their kitchen that has shelves on it. And
Yeah.
on one of the lower shelves, I believe, if you look, there's a scene where I think it's slaying this way.
Mhm.
But if you look on the bottom shelf on their breakfast bar, I know it's this lunchbox. It's this scene of Herman digging the hole.
Oh.
No shit.
So I don't know if it
Awesome.
was meant to be an Easter egg in the movie or something like that, but because of owning this lunchbox, I always see that every time I watch Christmas Vacation. I see this lunch, and
What
so
is-
I opened this ahead of time because I had it packed up in with all bubble wrap and everything. I was terrified of dropping it, trying to fumble with the bubble wrap and all. But I do have the thermos,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
I said, now this is mint. This took me forever to find because when I got the
Mhm.
lunchbox, I didn't have it. And this is in way better condition than a lunchbox. But
Yeah.
the reason these are rare is because back in the day, we didn't seem to think that kids drinking and possibly dropping and breaking a glass-lined thermos
Yeah.
could be a problem.
Hmm.
So this still actually even has, like, when you look for these, usually they're smashed too. That's why I'm
Yeah.
terrified I'm going to drop this. But if you
Mhm.
can see in there, this still has the original glass lining.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm so proud. And you remember the old school cap from way
Yeah.
back. I remember when I was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna delicately put this thing back together.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's cup lid that doubled as a cup.
Yeah.
And delicately
Love it.
set this down before my clumsy ass breaks it. But yeah, there it is.
Q Kylo in 3, 2,
Yeah, he's
1.
yeah. He'll, like, no, I successfully set it down, but watch, he'll jump up at some point and knock everything over. And
Yeah.
but yeah, the Munsters to me, okay, I've always suffered with depression and all of that, low self-esteem and everything. So my mind was always in the dumps.
Yeah.
But there was a rare occasion where something like a TV show, pop culture related sort of thing, took my mind off of stuff. And it took like something serious to really distract me for a while. And the Munsters was one of those things.
Mhm.
I can remember around here, they used to do the reruns were 1 and 1:30 every day.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
when I was in school was when they were on. You know, they always had a different schedule in the summertime. So I always missed the Munsters all summer. I was always outside playing anyway. But man, it was a rare occasion where if I either was sick or pretended to be sick to get to stay home one day, and I was fortunate enough to be allowed to miss school, I remember 1:00 was always the Munsters. And it just took my problems away. And if I was legitimately sick, it took my mind off of being sick for a little while. So Munsters are kind of like comfort food to me. And I mean, no disrespect. Legatus and I were kind of talking earlier about Munsters being greater than the Addams Family, which I do feel, but I still love the Addams Family too. I have a soft spot for that. I think I said a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about it, I think I messed up and I didn't catch it in time. But I was pointing out how there's I think one of the reasons Doomcock loves the Addams Family is because there's a Addams Family Star Trek kind of crossover. I think I said the Munsters, but there were some people that were on the Addams Family who made appearances on Star Trek. So I think subconsciously,
Ted. Oh God, what was his name? Ted something that played Lurch.
Episode. Yeah, he was that android or something in that one. That one episode.
Yeah, he had that great line. That was the equation, and really cool.
Sarge says, only the great Yvonne DiCarlo could have the range to play Sephora Moses's Charlton Heston wife in the 10 Commandments. And then go on to play Lily Munster on television. Incredible. You know, I've seen many a documentary where the pilot episode, for those folks that haven't seen it, the pilot episode was in color. And there was a different Eddie Munster. Some kid named Happy Durman played him, and he was like a miserable little troll. I didn't care for the way
he was rotten.
I didn't care for that portrayal of Eddie. And there was it wasn't even Lily Munster. Her name was Phoebe Munster. I should have looked it up before the show. I forget the woman's name who played her, but she looked a lot like Morticia Addams. And so anyway, fortunately, I guess the pilot didn't work because I didn't like it in color, even with the original cast and everything. I prefer it in black and white. It's creepier. It feels more like a Universal monster movie, and
it has that dreamlike quality in black and white.
Agreed. And when they decided to redo everything and revamp the show, and they brought in Yvonne DiCarlo, I've seen many a documentary where Fred Gwynne and Al Lewis were not happy about that at all. They thought, because Yvonne DiCarlo was a big movie star, and they thought she was going to come in with an attitude, and it wasn't going to be any good. And I think after filming a few episodes and stuff, they realized how wrong they were, and I believe they even apologized to her. But they weren't happy about Yvonne DiCarlo. But Yvonne was great, wasn't she? She was great as Lily. Yeah. She just had that bewitchy style, and I don't know. And one thing, every episode has a sped up, whether it's a guy climbing up over the fence and they speed up the film and it's in fast motion and stuff, like just simple things like that became a trademark of the Munsters that you always had, that you were always at least in my case, I was like, what scene is it going to be on this episode where it's sped up and just, I don't know, what a great wholesome show, they'll never make another show like that again. And they need to stop trying because they just can't do it. Because like I said many a time, when it comes to old things, whether it's the Munsters or 1978 Halloween movie, some of the magic is in the old technology, the grainy, gritty look of the thing. And you just can't reproduce that nowadays. So let it alone. I still haven't even seen the Rob Zombie Munster movie. I don't want to. It can't. Now, some of the issue with it, from what I understand, it isn't even Rob's fault. He wanted to film it in black and white, from what I understand, and they just wouldn't allow it. The movie company wouldn't allow it. So he kind of went, okay, well, I'll show you then. And he turned up what he was trying to get was like that 60s Technicolor-y look. He turned it up to like 11. These go to 11. Yeah. And I don't know. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
He tried to do it with the modern tech, and the modern tech can't quite do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So... But there were many, many attempts at a Munster remake over the years, and I attempted watching them, but it's the magic between Fred Gwynn, Al Lewis, and Yvonne DiCarlo. Just can't really be duplicated. I mean, obviously you could swap out Marilyn because it happened.
Yeah.
Because you had Beverly Owen and Pat Priest. You had two different Marilyns, and they look so similar you barely even noticed. And even Eddie, you know, I tend to forget Butch Patrick, but I guess even Butch Patrick was right for the role too, because like I just said earlier, Happy Derman sucked. You know, that portrayal sucked. It didn't work. So I love me that show, and I hope you guys do too. And anyone watching this, you know, if you're feeling down, right, and you have access to, I'm not sure if it's on Tubi, but I know definitely the Roku channel. It's on there for free, or if
And
you
it's
just have the
on
DVD
YouTube.
link. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. I forget there is a woman. I forget the name of her channel. But anyway, look up the Munsters on YouTube. If you're having a bad day, right? Watch some Munsters. You know, I'm having such a good time for a month now. I just keep rewatching the same episodes over from season 1. I haven't even gotten into season 2 yet, or like a month later. So
That's great.
that's my thing I want to leave you with tonight. You know, life can suck. We're all having issues one way or another, but something as simple as the Munsters, you know, could put a smile on your face. You know, just enough, just long enough, half hour. You know, take your mind off of things, and it could make things a little better. Because sometimes that's all you need. We just recently, this week, I used to work with a guy, and he was younger than me too. He had a hard time in life, and he quit a few. Well, it's probably been about 10 years now, but I just found out this week that he killed himself. So, you know, and I've been there. I understand. As soon as, like, I'm getting emotional now thinking about it. Depression really sucks, and people make fun of people for being depressed. And you know, I when I come off all, you know, Trump this, Trump that, and everything, you know, I also don't want you to think like I'm heartless, you know, because people think if you voted for somebody or you know, you think a certain way with some things, you're heartless in every other way. I'm not, believe me. I hate dealing with depression. Really, really, it sucks. And so I just want you guys to know, you know, if it's something as simple as the Munsters or your favorite movie or something like that, you know, like they say, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, and it's absolutely 100% true. And like I don't even know where to go with it, because I'm not a preachy, you know, kind of guy or anything like that, but you guys are my friends, okay? And even if you're new to the channel, I hope you stick around and just give it some time, and we will become friends, you know. So anyway, I didn't mean to get into such a heavy thing. I really didn't even think about that previously, but with everything going on,
a good point though.
Yeah, it's stupid to equate life and death with the Munsters, but it honestly sometimes is something as simple as that. You know, you're dealing with something today, a modern day problem. Something as simple as watching an old black and white episode of the Munsters might make you feel like a kid and take away those emotions just long enough so that you don't do something stupid. You know what I mean? Because it is stupid. Because there's no problem that can't really be overcome, no matter how bad it seems at the moment, right? I recently had a friend, John, we were talking about this. It's somebody that we all know here too, right? I recently had a friend in our YouTube circle who was there, who was ready to unalive himself, and he's doing great right now. You know, I've been keeping an eye on him. He's doing great. So if he would have done something stupid that night, he wouldn't be enjoying all the greatness that he's enjoying right now. So anyway, I don't want to get into any of that. But okay, I took up way too much time with that. Lenrod, we'll start with you because I know John knows the Munsters. Are you familiar with the Munsters?
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Munsters? You like it, or?
Oh, I love that show. I can't say that I've seen every episode, but whenever I do see it, it's like, yep, this is what we're watching.
Yeah, that's how I always as a kid. Yeah, it's just one of those TV shows I couldn't change the channel. Even if I've seen the episode 3,500 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would still watch it. Another show
Yeah.
too, like that to me, is like I'm always touting the A-Team and the Dukes of Hazzard, but Three's Company too is
Yes,
another
Yeah.
one
Three's Company. Yep.
where I kind of equate Three's Company when I think of the Munsters. I ultimately think of Three's Company too, because going back to my mom was strict. I mean, you had to be on your deathbed to stay home from school. So
Yeah.
the whole day was like this thing where, like, first of all, when 3 o'clock came, it was basically my time for my dad to come home from work. So I was like, oh, now dad's going to find out that I didn't go to school today. So my 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Munster fix, kind of like, just
Yeah.
get me ready for dad to come home and find out I wasn't home. Then at night, I think here it was like from 5 to 6, they would play 2 episodes of Three's Company. So at that time of the night, I'm starting to think, well, my day off is over. Tomorrow I got to go back to school, and then all of that. So at the end of the day, I had Three's Company that helped take my mind off of things. But so, and Lenrod, do you have a particular favorite episode, or you dig them all like me?
Like I said, I haven't seen all of them. I've actually probably seen very few episodes of it, but like what I have seen,
really?
I enjoy.
I'll tell you what, I definitely recommend if you're bored one night or something, even if you just put it on in the background while you're drawing or whatever like that, and then listen, because a lot of times you don't even have to watch it. There's such a wholesome message and stuff in almost every episode. You don't even really have to watch it.
There's an Yvonne DiCarlo. You have to watch it.
The true.
Oh, yeah.
True. Yeah. Never mind. Forget what I said. Scratch that. Erase it.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. So many episodes I remember seeing. It's like I can't remember which episode specifically is which, though.
Yeah.
It's like I remember the bits of all the different episodes, and it's just all good. Like I said, if you're flipping through channels and you see it, it's like, all right, this is what we're watching.
Yep.
Good man. Brother John, what do you dig
Yes,
about
sir.
the Munsters?
Well, I mean, obviously the cars, the episodes
Yeah.
where they had the cars in them, especially the Dragula. I mean, fun stuff, especially where Herman's blowing into the one exhaust pipe and flames are coming out of all the others. Just
Yes.
silly, weird stuff like that. And of course, at that time, George Barris was a big thing. We had George Barris car collector cards from Topps Bubblegum. And, just seeing all these really weird cars that he made, and then the Munstermobile, just great stuff. And it was very inspiring, because I used to sit and draw in class all the time. And, if it wasn't dinosaurs, it was cars. And I just loved that stuff. And then finding out
I can't tell you.
The coach was made out of 3 different Model A Fords. I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could take cars apart and glue them back together.
Heck yeah.
Well, if you remember too, the Munster coach was Lily had a custom. It wasn't George Barris, but she said she couldn't pick. She was going to get Herman a car for his birthday, I believe. Is how the Munster coach came about, and she couldn't decide between like a T bucket and some other car. So she kind of jokingly said or whatever via the script, she told the guy, she's like, well, I'll just take them both, but send them to a car customizer and put them together. So that's how the Munster coach came about. And then it's funny because then the Dragula came about because Herman got into racing, and he ended up losing the Munster coach to this drag racer. And so Grandpa built the Dragula out of a coffin in order to be able to beat this guy and win the Munster coach back. So I thought that was pretty cool.
A good story about that coffin is in California at the time, you weren't allowed to sell coffins privately. They had to be, right from the manufacturer to the funeral home. And so that car almost never got built. I believe what happened was Barris essentially built his own out of fiberglass. And or they smuggled one in somehow. I don't remember the whole story, but it's out there on YouTube that tells what happened. But the weird stuff that they did to make these things happen. And there was one other great thing was, we talked about the stairway that opened up and Spots downstairs,
Yes.
the dragon. Love that.
How we want that.
That-
Yes. We both want
Yeah.
that in our lives. Yes.
Yeah. And
I
one
see
other
here,
big difference between Adam's family and Munsters is Adam's family, you always had Gomez trying to blow up his train set.
Mhm.
In every single episode that had that, it was the same footage. In the Munsters, they never did that kind of thing, really. They never reused footage. At least if they did, it was minimal.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Maybe they had a bigger budget.
Probably. But yeah, I love the Addams Family too. That was a fun show. But
Oh yeah,
then I
no,
also
no,
like
no. I do.
Beverly
I love that.
Hillbillies and Green Acres.
Oh, there were
Mhm.
so many good classic TV shows, man.
Oh yeah.
The Sarge pointed out when we were trying to think of Lurch's name as Ted Cassidy.
Yes.
Yeah, he says Ted Cassidy, Lurch, played the Gorn in OG Star Trek,
Mm.
The Arena, among other appearances.
Oh,
He
cool.
also
Yeah.
says, I didn't even know he was the Gorn. Ted Cassidy also doubled as the Thing.
Oh, he was
The
he was
hand, that's right. Yeah, the
Oh
hand. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in a documentary.
Yeah.
That's how they save money.
Yeah. Cheap bastards. Max Redstone is here. He says, as a child, I remember being disappointed that the Munsters had very little to do with the cheese for which I thought it was named. Munster cheese.
Yep.
Munster cheese. I don't know. My mom used to make, I guess it's technically called shepherd's pie, but we called it hamburger pie, where she took like a big square pan and put the hamburger on the bottom with layer of mashed potatoes and a layer of cheese. Well, every now and then she'd try to shake it up and she'd throw in like Munster cheese. And this was like once every couple of years. And I'd be like, what are those red stripes all over the top of the, oh, that's Munster cheese. I don't know. It used to freak me out seeing these little red strings that look like the top of the
Cheese
thing.
substitution.
Yeah, I like cheese, but because of that, Munster kind of freaked me out. Munster
I like
cheese,
Munster.
not the Munster show.
Mustard
Yeah.
cheese is good. I like just munching on it. It's a good munching cheese.
Yep.
I've had a love affair for the last probably 2 years now. Religiously, when I go to the grocery store, I have to get Cabot extra or seriously sharp. I think it's called seriously sharp.
Yeah.
White cheddar cheese.
Mm.
I had a block of 25-year cheddar once. It was amazing.
Wow.
Really?
It was expensive too. It wasn't even that big, but it was like $100 for that block.
Well, I can imagine.
Jeez.
That was
Yeah.
like the best, sharpest sharp cheese ever. Oof.
Nope.
I bet she never substituted in head cheese. No.
Nah.
No.
Kind of like head cheese. I haven't had it in a long time though.
I've never had it. I just can't. I can't. Maybe if I didn't look at it when I ate it.
I can't get past the name.
Yeah. Maybe.
My
Yeah.
Polish genes necessitate that I must eat it.
Mm.
Well, it kind of takes me back to, I don't know if you guys remember, but a long time ago, I showed pictures on King Dolphin TV. I don't know if I still have them, but I made the mistake of watching this documentary where a prisoner who had like the death sentence donated his body to science. So what they did was they froze him, and then they cut his body in 1-inch increments all the way down through.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so they like filmed a slice, so it basically looked then when you put it all together, like you're going down through the human body. So our Bonton at the local mall many years ago redecorated and put in this floor that looked exactly like what this body looked like, this frozen body documentary. So, so I don't know. That floor, I associate that like head cheese. I makes me think of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I should never watch that documentary.
Mm. There's a lot of things I should have never watched.
Same here. Then you all kind of
I've
twisted.
seen things.
Kinda-
Things you wouldn't believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't be the Fett you know and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I once saw a video that so thoroughly bothered me I had to write a song about it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was the name of the song?
I've titled the song "Dead Inside."
Oh,
Not quite
What
what
was
you
the
would think.
video?
It was a video I shouldn't have watched.
oh,
The song isn't done yet. I'm still working on it because it was actually fairly recently when I found that video. It was one of
I
those things
remember-
where you see the thumbnail and it's like, oh, that girl looks pretty. I'm gonna click on that. I wasn't even looking for that. I was looking for something completely different. It was just one of the random things that popped up in the image search. And I click it and I look at and I see it's Prawn Hub was the link after I clicked it. I'm like, oh geez.
oh.
Well, morbid curiosity for the first 10 seconds, and I'm like, nope, backing out.
Yep.
I know what you're saying. Back in my early days of surfing the webs and all that stuff there, I forget. I used to go on this one site. Can't remember what the name of it was. But they used to have a lot of extreme stuff on it. Some of it was funny, some of, things like that. But it would just be like a title. It almost looked like a forum, and you would click on judging based on what the title was.
Yeah.
And so, I would go through it. Here's some of the things were actual death photos.
Ooh.
Right. But they would title it, they would give it like a funny name. So you didn't exactly know what you were clicking on.
Yeah.
And I remember the one time, some dude apparently jumped off a building, and he was basically liquid. He was like a human puddle, right? And I accidentally clicked on that. So then shortly after that, we got the movie, I think it was Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Now, usually nothing in horror movies bothers me, but in the beginning of Leatherface, the very opening scene, I think it pans, I haven't seen it forever, but I think it pans from the highway to there's like a ravine off the side of the road. And apparently it was just like a mass grave where the bodies were just thrown in there and they were like liquefying. And it always takes me back to accidentally clicking on that actual death scene, and it actually kind of grosses me out.
Yeah.
And it's not because the movie is gross to me. It's just that it reminds me of that thing that was actually real.
Yeah, the real moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I can't ever get that out of my head. So sometimes the internet is a bad thing. Very, very bad.
Yeah. Well, it's the internet trolls. That's the problem, because the video's title was very misleading too. But
that's how this was. Yeah.
Still watched it though, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I take that back. I shouldn't have watched it because it bothered me so much, but at the same time, the song I came up from it is brilliant.
Well,
Awesome.
I mean, everybody
the chord progression
has done...
I came up with for it sounds amazing. I really need to actually finish this song, but I got like 2 others ahead of it that I need to finish.
Yeah.
I can remember though. I mean, everybody has strayed, because I can remember, was it maybe 10 years ago at this point now, but when everybody was talking about there's this video called 2 Girls in 1 Cup and blah blah blah, man, don't, but you watched it, didn't you? That's the funny thing. Everybody's like, it's the grossest thing ever, but you watch it. Oh, there's an Anakin sighting. Oop, wrong shoulder.
Oh, there
I
he
see
is.
Anakin sneaking behind me though. But
Hail Anakin.
Yeah, I remember when everybody was showing everybody that video. It's like you ended up watching it so many times that it didn't bother you anymore, because it's just fun torturing everyone else with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then back in the 80s, they had the original Faces of Death VHS.
I've seen those. Not actually movies, but I've actually seen those tapes.
Yeah, they were always at the VHS
I've
store.
successfully avoided them.
Yeah, we got we didn't have a Blockbuster. We had a nightcap video. And it'd always be like, once you started getting bored with the horror movies, it would always be up there,
Yeah.
Going to the next level.
Yeah, it's up there. And you're like, am I a horror enough fan to actually watch? Nah. So I never watched them.
A little too taboo there,
yeah. I don't like listen, I can't stand people for the most part, but I hate the thought of people, dying and stuff like that. That does bother me.
Yeah, I've seen enough in real life. I don't need to see any more.
I've been to too many funerals already, and I have so many more to go to yet.
Yeah.
Even your wackies out there like Neil Young, I like to slap the crap out of him, but I won't want to see something happen to him.
No.
Yeah.
It's like maybe knock some sense into him, but you don't want any real harm to come to him.
At his age, I don't think there's any sense to be knocked into him at this point.
Yeah.
The drugs have done their part.
All right, man. Well, I think
So there's that.
Yeah.
we're just about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know I'm losing my voice.
Only 10 hours to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my voice wouldn't hold out because, like I
Yeah.
said, for any folks that missed it in the beginning, let me know if you guys like my new. I was busting my little tail today. Well, no, it's getting kind of big.
Yeah.
But I was kind of busting it regardless and cranking out some videos. If you guys like that stuff, because they're getting views for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if yeah, monetization might be like a real thing going on here. So
Yeah,
You
keep
know?
churning out content. The algorithm is like, hey, this guy's doing stuff.
yeah, we'll see what happens
Yeah.
because I enjoy making them.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
as long as you guys don't mind here, like I said, I always kind of wanted to make videos like that, but so many YouTubers do it. I was like, who's going to watch me? But people are watching them. So
As
and
long as you
comment.
got the right flavor, people are going to come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
let
I
me know.
watch,
Yeah,
I'm subscribed to a bunch of channels that feature just StarCraft 2 content. It's like, yeah, they're all playing the same game, but they all have their own flavor for playing it.
Mhm.
Well, I always kind of wanted to be a Star Wars related channel, hence the name Fett for Hire. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I just found not that long ago, I found the original header when I was first learning to make graphics, and I thought about making a YouTube channel. And the tagline back then was stars, cars, and guitars. So I always kind of
Yeah.
wanted to do, sci-fi being the stars, cars, obviously my love of. Oh, by the way, check out the Chevelle, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
My love of cars and guitars, music. So I'm kind of doing that, and
Yeah.
like I kept saying for the longest time, I kept saying, no matter what Disney does to Star Wars, no matter what stupid things fall out of Mark Hamill's mouth, they're not going to kill my love for the original trilogy and the prequels, by the way.
Right.
So, but then again, for the last several years, I've shied away from Star Wars related stuff, and I'm like, you know what? You have let them stop you
Yeah.
from loving Star Wars and doing so. I thought, you know what, this week I'm like, you know what, I'm going to dig into Star Wars news, even though you have to discuss Disney now. I mean, because obviously they
Yeah.
own it. So, but I can make fun of them while I'm doing it. So,
Yep.
SP48 says, of course we're going to watch, brother. Cool, man. Thank you. Well, of course you would, because you're an awesome guy. But
Yeah.
as long as a lot of other awesome people keep coming along too, I'm going to keep cranking it out. So,
Very
matter of
cool.
fact, I just put one out earlier today. If you guys didn't catch it yet, another Han Solo video. I'm curious to keep watching on that situation right there, because I want to see there. So the video that I put out earlier today was they're talking about Alden Ehrenreich and what it would take to get him to come back to do another Star Wars, another solo movie, whatever. And, I don't know. They are seriously. They want to get rid of Harrison Ford's Han Solo. It seems like to me, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like there's better actors to choose. I mean, he's not a bad actor. He doesn't fit the character.
You're talking Alden
Yeah.
Ehrenreich.
Yeah,
I didn't mind him. Like
like
I
he has
didn't
his
elaborate.
moments, but
Yeah, I didn't elaborate as fully as I had wanted to in my video, but like no one's going to be able to play Han Solo like Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford just has
Right.
the only other actor that's even remotely got that same kind of thing that Harrison does, I feel, is Randy Quaid. And Randy Quaid's up there in
Mhm.
years.
Yeah.
He kind of has
Yeah.
the same vibe feel as Harrison Ford. So nobody's gonna, especially let's be honest. Guys nowadays they're different. These young guys,
Yeah.
they're all soy boys. I mean, they're not gonna be. So as far as all the soy boys in Hollywood, I think Alden was about as macho as we're probably gonna get.
Yeah.
So I didn't
there
mind
are
him.
options. But
I didn't mind him. Like I said in my video, the movie. I got to be a little less PG right now. The movie got shit on because of The Last Jedi. 100%.
Yeah.
Everybody was just going to hate whatever came out. If they put out Rise of Skywalker next, no matter what they put out. Probably if they put Rogue One out after The Last Jedi, nobody was going to go.
Mhm.
So there are problems with Solo, but largely people just didn't watch it because they just hated what they did with The Last Jedi. So that's really unfair to Solo. I do like some things about the movie. I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff I would change, but I can sit down and I can watch Solo.
Yeah.
So I even have a Solo shirt here somewhere, believe it or not. But
Wow.
one of my only gripes with that movie, aside of the droid, which I didn't put in my video just because it's a personal thing, but I have a problem with Paul Bettany and it's not his acting. He's a phenomenal actor. He's a great actor. I'm a little jealous of the guy. He's married to my girl, man. He's married to Jennifer Connelly. So, but so I kind of thought maybe if it was like an alien or some sort of monster was the main villain in that, as opposed to him. But see, I can't. My judgment is clouded, so I don't know. So I didn't put that in my video because I can't make the call. I'm just jealous of the guy, so I left that out. But I'm curious. I would like to have seen Ray Park. They did that little teaser at the end with Ray Park as Darth Maul. I'm like, I remember. I know there's a certain level where our hatred of the Disney product is warranted, and then there's being lame. I mean, people were crapping all over because he didn't look the same. He's older, you know what I mean? I don't look the same as I did back in high school. You know what I mean? No. He's still in decent shape, and he can still do all that stuff. I've seen like Instagram videos. He can still spin stuff and everything. You know what I mean? But people were trashing him because he looked a little different. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So it's been how long since episode 1?
99. I mean, geez, cut the guy some slack.
If he was born when that movie came out, he'd be an adult and able to rent a car now.
Yeah. And if they would have put a different actor in that thing, we wanted Ray Park. You know what I mean? So at a certain point, some people just can't be satisfied. Some people just want to complain, and I don't want to be that guy. Like Doomcock always says, and if you guys aren't listening, that's your problem. He says, "Without respect, we reject, but with respect, we accept." Yeah. You know what I mean? We got to tell them when there's something good. We can't just crap on it because it's whatever. Whether we like it or not, Disney owns Star Wars. I don't like it, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. You know? And I'm disconnected. If they never do anything good again, I still have the original trilogy, as long as I have a DVD player. But, so I'm going to, like I said, if you like the videos, I'm going to keep talking on it. I will hit on Disney, and there are certain things, and we're going to disagree. Just last week, KR Companion was in the chat, and I said, what movie did I say? Oh, I was saying how I do like some things about the Book of Boba Fett. I do. I'm not just gonna. You know what I mean? So we can agree to disagree. Okay, there are a lot of things I would change about it, but I'm not just gonna crap all over everything just because it's Disney. Yeah. So anyway, didn't mean to get that long-winded on that thing, but
no problem.
It's your show. Do what you want.
Yeah. And you make some good points.
On your rant if you want to.
So, real quick before I forget, the movie of the week. Man, I wish I could be there. I have been trying to get them to do this one for a long time. Like anytime I was on the show and I'd hang out, and talk to DC afterwards and stuff, and they'd be talking about movies, I'd always ask, "Have you done this one yet?" And they're finally doing it. Man, I wish I could be there. Hold on. Here it comes. I'm going to pop the thing up. There you go. This week's movie, The Dark Knight.
I love what you did with the helmet.
Yeah.
That's
so cool. That is one of my favorite. Like when you take Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman out of the equation, that's right up there. That's probably next in line. And not because of Batman. I said it a million times, man. That's a Joker movie to me. I watch it for the Joker in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
What a phenomenal movie. I'm glad they're finally getting around to it. I definitely don't want to miss what they have to say about that.
Yep.
So I'm curious here, Doomcock, too, because I know he's a super huge Batman fan. So, but he's also a super villain. So I want to see what he has to say about both, Batman and the Joker in this. Because to me, the Joker's the star of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not the star, at least the standout.
Yes.
But got to give him credit. He really put himself into the role.
He sure did. Yeah, I heard he locked himself in a hotel room or something for 2 weeks or something. And
he really put it into everything he had into creating and then bringing to life the character.
Yes.
In a way that nobody else could have.
He took the advice of the tagline from Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, very seriously. when he used to say, "Don't sing it, bring it." Well, he brought it.
Mhm.
He brought it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
In spades.
All the receipts.
Yep.
The Sarge says, "Epic graphic, Fett. Did you expect anything less?" No, I'm just kidding. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
It is epic, though. Love it.
All right, so that's the movie of the week. I'm going to see if I can pull that down. There we go. All right. So, Brother Lenrod, you got anything going on that you want to tell us about?
Nothing particularly exciting. Just trying to finish up some more songs.
Wait, what the hell happened? I dragged you to the number 1 spot. There you go.
There he is.
For
Just
some
a
reason,
Mothman.
on the other side of the
That's
room.
awesome.
Well, regardless. So, nothing serious coming up, or you not have any electronics going to be unveiled at any Comic Cons or anything like that, or?
No, the only con I have coming up is the Vintage Computer Festival in Chicago. Well, Schaumburg. A couple weeks from now. It'll be the weekend of the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
that's
I'll be
something.
gone.
Well, that's something.
Gonna try to sell some junk.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You gave a shout out, so people know now.
Yeah.
So, all right, very cool, Brother John. See if I can drag it back.
Well, there I am. Hello.
There you in.
Not a lot being planned for tomorrow. Going down to the Dennison House in 44, which is Colonel Dennison was in charge of the troops at the Battle of Wyoming in 1778 during the Revolution, and his stepmother was my 6th great grandmother's sister. So Mom and I are heading down there. I'll probably make a video out of that somehow or another. And
Yeah,
very cool.
for sure.
not going to promise anything, because every time I try to make a video these last few weeks, it's been something's gotten in the way. And last week it was, hoped I would get the bridge days in Nicholson, and then I couldn't walk. So,
Yeah.
It's one of those things. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully get that up there. And I do want to make a video on some of the tools I've restored and see where that goes. So, options open, and just
Very
keeping
cool.
my eyes open for opportunities. And of course, there's some of the tools that I restored I want to sell because, money is good.
Indeed.
Money is good. I could use some of that myself.
Yeah.
I've got too much of it. I'll send you some.
Promises. Seriously, they'll make with the cash.
I'm
When I
attempting.
come to visit, I'll bring a wad with me.
Awesome.
Okay, I think I got it. So there, I put the link in the chat.
Okay. Yes.
There it is.
Yep, that's it.
The Fez
There you go, everyone.
Forever channel.
Yep. If you haven't subscribed to the Fez Man, go on over, give him a sub, and stay tuned. Some good things coming from their channel.
That's right. Get in early.
Thank you.
Be one of the originals.
Thank you kindly, and thank you to everybody out there. So,
OG.
see where things go.
Okay. Now, I remember when I put Lenrod in the number 1 spot, which should have made him the big screen. I saw why. Now here we have my star background remained, but what happened was it rejiggered everything. The old ticker was gone and the chat was gone. I just had to pop them back up. Man, that's something. I don't know if I'm doing something. I can't honestly imagine it's set up to do that. I mean, why would you want to have to keep? I don't know. Anyway, little gripe I have. But I don't want to end it griping. I want to end it by saying, for everyone that was here on the panel, for everyone that was here on the chat, for everyone that will watch it in the replay, you guys aren't subscribers. You're my friends, and I love you. I love every one of you. And stick around. I'm going to try to crank out a whole ton of more videos this week, God willing. So, you know what you got to do. Do you know what you got to do? I hope by now you do. You gotta take care of yourself, take care of each other. And why take it easy when you can take it? We're gonna really make this a train wreck. On the count of 3, let's all say the word. You can take it 1, 2, 3.
Sleazy.